Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder, Season 5, Episode 23, Cultist Caves. We shall begin, as usual, with introductions, starting with Taldarius.
Hello, I am Taldarius, and I will be the storyteller for Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder tonight.
I'm Lightpaw. I'm Alexi, the tinkerer of the party. Yeah. Nothing else. Just tinkering. And there's some explosions, but just tinkering.
I am Tochemay, and I am playing Gar, the Knoll Barbarian. Rar.
I am Razim, and I am playing as the Marten twins. A pair of sentient feral Martens. They are tweens. They are psionic incanters. And this week, their names are Prism and Fox. Go ahead, Tanya.
I am Tanya Sapien. I am playing Darth Natus, the Profane. I am the current leader of the Sith.
No.
Rosalia Natu Cygnus, the Necros Hairfolk.
Hello, I'm Tiberian, and I'll be playing Snow Shadow of the Vanishing Isles, a monk, a cat. Likes getting into things. Also alcohol.
I suppose if we do bring this campaign to an end, Tal has been wanting to run a Star Wars campaign.
I've been wanting to run a Star Wars campaign for years, but
Do it.
Hello everyone, I am Timbo. I am playing Timbo Dor Jägermeister von Glorious Borgenborg Wolfenstein. I'm a big Wolfen Paladin, captain of the crew. And that's it.
Alright, well, go ahead with the recap then, Timber.
Alright, so, previous episode, the twins ran off, and, apparently I blacked out, but, after doing my morning walkouts, I, cooled myself off in the drink, and I came back, and, apparently the twins were gone, and, so I told everybody that we need to go looking for them. So, and I even put up a bounty, because Rose said 1 coin was sufficient. But this was a very important mission, so I made sure to up the ante to the biggest number I can count to. And after that, everyone kind of did their own thing, and we split up looking for the twins. I think Snow went into the forest. Gaul checked the boat, and he wasn't on the boat. And, I went through town, because, maybe they weren't looking for food. And, I kept lifting up roofs, couldn't find them. Everyone kept screaming, ah! But, apparently it wasn't the little ones I was looking for. I did find a whole bunch of other little ones, though, but they weren't my little ones, so I kept looking, and eventually I found Snow. He found them. Of course, he moseyed on off to the boat, and I caught up to him eventually, and they were really malnourished and sleeping. So we decided a plan to venture into the chicken door. This was the first time Snow went to the chicken door, and he was not really, he didn't worry about all the warnings I put on it. And then, he curiosity walked in, but I did the appropriate thing and tied myself off and then marched in after him, just in case. So we got some eggs and we got back, and apparently Snow's a master chef and can cook stuff. And, well, the twins ate,
Rank up.
and then we
Hold
kind of had a
your
little...
line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Lapis Foxy raided my stream with 5 viewers.
You know, that is accurate.
Lapis, hello there. Thank you for that raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? You guys have come into the start of our Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder campaign. Gonna be a good time, I believe. Hello there, Pinky-ick. Or Pinky-ick. You're very eepy. Well, rest well. What's up?
The twins are eating. Rank up. Hold the line.
This hamlet will fall into our gullet.
Nom.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, basically that. And they ate, and then they got back to full strength. And we had a little conversation. And apparently, I can't remember what happens when I break my chains, and this is very concerning. And, well, after that, we decided to go to, we went to find out where Rose went, and apparently she went to Orchid, and so we kind of, well, everyone went over there. I'm slow, so I got in last, and apparently they were talking about something, and then all of a sudden I got an amulet put around my neck, and it's fancy. Not quite sure what that means. Oh, and I gave Snow his eight silver coins twice. And then he got some booze again. But I mean, he's always getting booze, so that's normal. And
He's a con artist.
I don't know what you're talking about, Roselia. Maybe if you coordinated with your captain, he wouldn't get double paid 3 times. Double paid and bonus pay. Something about economies. I don't know. The Kaiser knows. I don't. And then we kind of planned to go assault the last known location of the cultists. The end.
Oh.
Previous episode,
Huzzah.
according to Temple.
Would anyone like to add anything?
Nope, that's pretty much it. Rose still has those 2 things to get knocked off her checklist, or things to be done while dead. But she kind of needs her get out of death free card available for dealing with the cultists, assuming they haven't already left. I do have something I want her to do as everyone's departing, but you can do that once we actually start departing.
All right. When you say departing, you mean to go to the cultist area, right?
Yeah, when we head out to the cave.
All right.
She's going to be rehashing an old idea so that she has some artillery available.
Cool. Anyone else want to do some preliminary work?
Well, I want to go back to the boat and get Gaul. I don't care if he terrifies the citizenry. We need him.
While Gar's just been playing around with the kids. Rawr, I'm a big bad monster. Rawr, rawr.
Probably confusing the absolute hell out of the out of your charge watch or whatever
No
you want
name.
to call him.
He still needs a name.
He is still new to the concept of names.
Why is Gar playing with the veal?
Entertain them, keep them on your side.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Chiefy, which I've just decided that's what she's just going to be calling him from now on. It's just Chiefy. Until they actually leave, he's getting Sycamore's teaching supplies ready, since his ability to interact with the corporeal plane is limited again. So that way, when they get back from dealing with the cultists, he can resume giving lessons to the orphans.
Alrighty.
And now that we know what we're doing, Alexi's going to prepare the last of his potions for the day. Not alchemist potion, not potion.
Oh, Alexei, I couldn't help but notice when you were defending Atlas and the refugees that there were some explosions that weren't from the cannons. Can you make explosives?
Yeah, do you need, like, incendiary or just black powder or...
Well, honestly, whatever you think would have the most bang in the smallest size. There's an idea that I used once upon a time, using crows. Pretty sure that I can redo it using seagulls. A magic missile but made of meat. I can make them explode with necrotic energy when they hit the target, but if I can stuff them with explosives, then you get twice the bang for the same size. Not like they have any use for their guts.
I wouldn't mind some stick bombs.
We're talking about, like, already dead seagulls, right?
Well, yes. Kind of
Okay.
hard to get them to do what you want while they're still alive. So basically, you take a dead bird, right? You remove the guts so that it's lighter weight so it can move faster. You charge it with necrotic energy, and then when you have an enemy, you tell the bird to fly directly at it as fast as it can. It dies on impact, that triggers the release of the energy, it goes off in a blast around it. But if you stuff the guts with something explosive, then you're hitting them twice.
I mean, maybe, but I guess it depends on the explosive, he says, holding a vial in one hand and a pair of tweezers with something at the end of it on the other. Because if it's a contact mixture explosive, that might work, but if it's like a traditional, if it's regular black powder, it's not going to work because that needs an ignition source, not just a force. But
Well, what about can you make impact fuses? Just have that stuffed in the beak and make sure that it hits head first.
I mean, it might work. I mean, we'd also need a way to make sure that the powder doesn't get wet, because that would kind of defeat the powder a little bit.
Well, I mean, I always desiccate them so that they don't rot.
That might
what
work. Yeah.
That's what I need the alum for. Snow.
Storyteller.
Stay away from my
Yes.
alum.
All this talking about safety explosives kind of got Timbo bald. I want to find my explosive guy.
All right, you're gonna go find Alar.
Yeah.
All right. As you might guess, considering that he's kind of made a habit of it, he's down in the holds, copiously drunk, and measuring out explosives.
Hey, Law! You got any bombs?
Asking me if I got bombs is like asking your baker guy if he's got bread on hand.
You got, like, throwable bombs? I want those.
Okay, do you want the throwable bombs that other people could use, that you can use, or that you need machines to use?
I want bombs I can throw at stuff and they blow up.
He'll just start dragging over a couple of boxes. At one point, he almost trips, but he just kind of like catches himself on like pure instinct and probably habit. And motions to give the top of one of the boxes like a really good pat, and then stops halfway and looks at his one remaining mostly good hand, and goes, "Maybe if I'm gonna slap it, I should use the other hand." Anyways, you wanted bombs. Here you go.
All right, how do I
Don't
make them go
shake
off?
it too vigorously if you don't want to be suddenly missing both your arms.
All right,
Gonna-
wonderful.
Gonna have to talk to Alexi at some point in time about making that guy a prosthetic hand.
Or just get him a ring of regeneration.
But cyborg hand. Could even build a multi-tool into it for like measuring and cutting and stuff.
He goes
Man.
back to what he was doing and makes sure to take an extra big swig now that he'd been away from his booze for a couple of seconds.
All right. How many bombs did Temple get?
It's 6 per crate, so you just got 12.
Okay, sweet. Temple's gonna stuff them in his bag.
Just, don't
he's
get
gonna-
jostled too vigorously.
Yep.
So, while everyone's getting ready to depart, Rhodes will be double checking Atlas to make sure, he's in proper structural integrity, and is sending Svefenthorn to comb the beach and look for any dead animals, not fish, any dead land animals or birds, scoop them up, and then bring them back to Rose.
There's a couple. There's not actually too many. Likely, actually, because the town has been grabbing basically whatever it can to potentially even trade away in order to get more food that they can actually eat.
Yeah, fair enough. Though,
So-
dead animals happen all the time, and they tend to be rotted before people find them.
Yeah, so there is that's what I'm saying. There is a couple. There's just less than there might usually be.
Okay, so
And
she's
don't
able to
forget
find...
so many people fishing for Poseidon worship.
Well, she's not after fish.
She's not after fish.
So
fish
just
matter.
two dead seagulls?
Yeah, you can get a couple of dead seagulls. That's fine.
Okay. She, when she's done with inventory and waiting on everyone to group up, she will be preparing 2 undead seagulls. She's giving them the fast zombie trait. So that means 2 control points for each one, right?
It doubles what it would be, so yes.
Right. Updating command pool and active summons.
Great fun! Right, Boo?
Ooh boy, influence.
A major even.
Let us see.
Oh, I have to double check something. I just realized if I'm adding the necrotic bomb as well, I think that might increase their hit dice. I have to double check.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely accepted. Give it.
I love how Temple never thought to ask how big they were.
Nope. But don't ask, don't tell. Don't ask questions to don't ask questions you don't need the answer to.
Okay, so necrotic bombs under fleshcraft, it just costs a spell point or channel energy, and it lasts for 1 day, so... Oh, I was misreading my spell point pools. I was tallying the numbers backwards. I'll update that in a second. Alright, so using 2 spell points for charging the birds into missiles. And now I gotta recalculate my freaking active summons. Anyways, whatever everybody else is doing.
Anyone else doing any preparations?
Nothing off the top of my head.
The twins are basically just resting.
Keeping myself calm. Don't want to have too much emotion going through town.
Understandable.
Don't want ancestors popping up scaring everybody.
That might be bad.
It's okay, everybody. We're safe. All of the gnolls are dead. Ghost gnolls start appearing.
Yeah, that'd go over so well. Just so unbelievably well.
All right, see, Alexi. Once the guts are removed, right here, you got a lot of blood. But if you add the salt in, one, that coagulates, and two, it absorbs a lot of the moisture. So once it's kind of that rubbery texture, that's when you just scrape it out. And then see, there you go. You don't have to worry about the powder getting wet.
I mean, I guess. Seems like a really. Oh. I mean, I guess it's not like. Salts can be used for so much, though. I wonder if you could just desiccate them in smoke.
I mean, yeah, but I'm using hand tools here.
We have the
By the way,
forge right there. I'm sure you could just
Either way.
set up a chamber of the exhaust.
Either way, there's the rib cage. Do you think that's large enough for you to cram a small explosive device into?
I mean, a small one, yeah.
That works for me. Anything to give him a little bit more bang.
Hey.
You know, a thought occurs to me. I've seen woven breaching charges before. They have a heavy plate in the back, which forces the explosion to move forward. And we've got a lot of open space here at the bottom. Could you make a directional explosive? Focus it towards the front?
I mean, you do have a lot of spare brass. Like,
yeah.
A lot of it. Like, I don't know how you got this much brass.
Oh, we killed a giant. You saw the rib cage inside Atlas, right?
I mean,
Where do you
yeah,
think that came from?
I don't know. I kind of figured it came from a storm giant, maybe.
No brass giant, but either way.
I guess that would do it.
About the same size, about the same poor attitude.
Did
Be
they
honest,
overlook
the guy
you
was kind of a
too?
dick even after he died.
All the big people just kind of overlook me a lot of the times, which, you know, it's helpful sometimes, but I should, before the formula goes bad, so I can. He shoves the ingredient he's been waving into the flask and starts mixing. I mean, there was one time the stupid one of the like really big guys was just basically ignored me for long enough for me to put a lit grenade in his back pocket. It was really embarrassing.
Oh, I've done things like that before. I mean, not with explosives, but using my size to my advantage.
He just let me walk up to him. He didn't think I was a threat. Then he heard the hissing.
Yeah, see, I've had a lot of people think that I'm not a threat right until their skeleton starts trying to escape from their body. Then they realize, oh crap, necromancer.
Yeah, that's a scary thought. I like my skeleton where it is.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't do that to a friend. But yeah, no, I mean, if we run into any cultists, I could totally show you how that works.
Kind of hoping that they just kind of give up.
Alexei, I relayed directions directly from death itself, and the actual horsemen, for them to get the hell off of our island. Any that are still here are in violation of that mandate, so they've already forfeited their rights to life.
I mean, they're cultists of the famine god. They might have just not eaten for so long that they can't, move.
Well, then it would be a mercy killing.
I guess. Does this look taupe to you?
I don't even know what that is. I'm assuming it's a color.
Yeah.
Well, it certainly looks like a color. I actually had to Google taupe to see exactly what color that is. And apparently it comes in like 50 different shades because no two paint manufacturers can agree.
Yeah, that's common.
Anyways, so Alexei and Rose are preparing potions and missiles.
That's an interesting way to describe those words. Missiles.
I mean, it's basically a Hellfire missile. Tell me I'm wrong.
Magic
it's not a
missiles
hell
are no
bomb.
match for regular missiles.
I mean, you haven't even asked the Heck Puppy to contribute to it. How can you call it a Hellfire missile?
What were you saying, Zim?
But it's no hell bomb.
He's going through Hell Bomb explosion withdrawals. Understood.
Yeah, everybody's a badass until the necromancer screams upright, down, down, down.
Ah, the lethal hokey pokey.
I have a button on my stream deck that just calls in 380. Just wherever I'm looking.
Anyways.
But yeah. Alright, so is that preparations complete, everyone?
I'm ready.
Yes, I want the numbers so that I can tag those onto my notes for whatever bombs Alexei's able to whip up to stuff into the birds.
I think that depends entirely on how long we've got.
You guys are literally heading out on your own schedule.
Yeah, so however long it takes you to whip up something to cram into the birds. Assuming it's not like several hours.
Obviously, you could only put one of the things into each bird. You can't, just keep cramming them. There's only so much room, and it needs some of its stuff remaining in order to move. Not much, but it still needs some.
Well, just make a couple. We don't need a fuck ton right now.
Alright, I'm assuming that a bird only has one hit dice.
Oh yeah, it has one hit
I'm
dice.
just calculating necrotic bomb damage right now.
And then whatever ward you want to put on the bird.
Alright, how big is the bomb that Alexei's able to cram into each bird? And what element is it?
I mean, it'd be fire. There's not really much else I can do.
Alright,
with
fire, that
bombs.
works. What's the damage on it?
I'm trying to find out. Because I don't think I can use my my actual class feature, alchemy bombs, for this. Because those would be 5d6 at this point, but
Yeah, that's a pretty chunky missile right there. Think I would need to find something like a eagle or a condor in order to be able to have something carry that big of a bomb. It could grip it by the husk.
is no question of where he grips it. It's a simple matter of weight ratios.
Also, yeah, no, you can't use those because if I remember correctly, those have to be used the round they're made.
The round they're
Unstable
finished,
explosives.
technically.
Well, that's why I said the round they're made.
Okay, should I just say like 2d6 fire or what? I just need a general ballpark number that I can put on the sheet here.
2d6 probably sounds fair. I'm looking up how much it would cost me to make those.
Well, Rose would be willing to front the cost. Taldarius, 2d6 fire sound good to you?
For now, yeah, sure. I'll have to look up exactly what it even... What the actual numbers would be, because I feel like there's actual numbers
Right.
for this. It's just, you know...
And if I recall, when he was using his potions before, they had a 5-foot splash radius.
This would definitely be different.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is... Because this isn't his class feature bombs. This is just, you know...
Oh, fuck it. If we're on the ship, I could go to the explosives guy, maybe. I need something to put on the sheet, that's all, and then I'll be happy.
Well, yeah, I already said the previous number was fine. Just don't make it like, you know, super splash. It's not his
Right.
it's not his actual things. This is just packing a little bit of extra punch.
Okay, so 2d6 fire damage. Would that be on target or 5-foot radius?
That'd be on target.
All right. And we're good. I am now ready to head out.
All right, let's go.
Alrighty.
Letting Timber lead the way. Atlas will be following behind. Rose will be riding Atlas and remote piloting Svefenthorn, who has both of the birds stuffed inside. So Svefenthorn will be acting as a recon drone flying overhead.
Alright. Zim, the twins are awake but recuperating, right?
Statistically, they're fine.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was just like
But
awake
yeah.
but recuperating.
But yes.
Cool. Just wanted to know if they were, you know, doing the eep along the way. Because I didn't know if they would or not.
Nah, they're awake.
Alright, cool. So, you guys kind of had directions of where exactly this was anyway from, you know, Orchid, so... This would just be travel time. During which nothing interesting will actually happen at all whatsoever. You guys just get to travel.
So, Box, Prism, about the most recent thing with the collar. I've come to a couple conclusions. One, there is definitely an intelligence attached to it. And two, it is definitely getting pissed off the more that you tamper with it. So I think we might need to use a different approach. The physical method is not working. And I kind of don't want to get even shorter next time.
They just nod quietly. They are notably walking on their own instead of actually riding on somebody this time.
Well, I guess once the cave gets into, you know, horizon view, Timber will turn to snow and go, "Hey, Snow, you think you could sneak and maybe get some eyes on what's in the cave first?"
Just kind of looks up at Timbers. You're asking me if I can sneak. Yes, I will. As he just immediately darts off, and he will sneak.
All right.
I did have one extra thing. Is that with them being
Go ahead.
non-responsive, Rose won't be trying to press the issue, but her surface level thoughts, which would be detectable to them, she actually does feel a bit guilty for them getting chewed out over it, because she had told them to do it, knowing that there would be risks involved.
They are notably not looking at anybody's thoughts, period.
Ah,
The network is not up at all.
All right. So first of all, good roll. Second of all, also twins, give me a perception, specifically the twins.
Before Snow goes off, Temple's gonna tell him, "Hey, make a lot of noise and we'll shoot at the cave with our cannons. Signal us."
All right. Twins, you notice something. This place feels. The best way to describe it really would be heavy. It feels heavy here. And not like in a way in which you like are physically feeling it, it's more mentally heavy. It's been slowly getting worse and worse the closer you've gotten, although recently is just now is when you started to realize just how yeah, you know what, this is actually getting there is an actual market difference.
Okay. They're going to reach out looking for any other mines in the area outside of, the party.
All right. No, okay. You detect no additional mines. Although, as you do, the feeling of heaviness, like, spikes for an instant and goes back to, well, quote-unquote, the normal of the area.
Noted.
Timbo's gonna bulk out to Alexi. "Alexi, get ready to target that cave just in case Snow starts running back this way."
Dude. Sure, I'll get ready, Alexi says, having already unslung his musket and primed it.
Oh, I thought you're with the tank. Tim was trying to get the tank to point at the.
I could do that too. Where's
Yeah.
the...
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, Atlas can plonk down at a safe distance from the cave entrance, pointed right at it.
Here, I'll drop that in the tower because I don't have a leading shot to compare it to.
Yep. All right. So, Snow, you are attempting to sneaky beaky your way towards the cave and into it, I presume.
He will get up to the cave entrance and watch it for a while to see if he sees anyone marching about the front of the cave. And if he sees no one marching around the cave, he just might signal the rest of the group to follow and then dart into the cave.
All right, go ahead and roll perception.
Perception. 19.
You do not see anyone moving on the inside. It is a little bit weird because you do also see signs that this is like, just a little bit in is where guards, like, technically speaking, really should be posted, but there aren't any.
Yeah, no, Snow's going to be a little bit concerned that there's no one around, and he's just going to pull out his quarterstaff and just wave up for everyone to come up.
All right. Rose will be recalling Svefenthorn and moving to group up.
Tim was going to start.
Hello?
Timber's apparently going to start and then not continue.
Well, Timber's starting his internet apparently, is it probably?
No, it's Timbers trying to start. Like ring.
Look, he's just restarting a dial-up to the Kaiserin.
As for the twins, I'm not really certain what to have them do about the whole heaviness, but they are being very cautious.
Your caution is noted.
Once Svefenthorn is back on Rose's back, I'm gonna have the birds be perched on her shoulders, ready to deploy if needed.
All right, you may do so.
Is there light in the cave?
As far as you can tell, right now, no. This is definitely the place, though. Also, Timber said his net cut out, and he's running for the cave. He's restarting his computer.
Did we want light in the cave?
I mean, yes, the idea is that Lightpaw will be going in with us.
Yeah, I mean, pretty sure I can't bring Atlas in, but
Unfortunately, you cannot.
it's a good thing I primed my musket then.
There goes Timber.
Okay, getting out the ever-burning torch.
Ever-burning torch time.
The twins will pull out their lantern of revealing.
Noted.
Hello, guys.
Hello. Welcome back.
I was just going to suggest that, but good job, twins. Good initiative.
Yeah, Snow speak up, and if there were guards here, they'd be here. Either they've decided to leave or there's a giant trap down that way.
Well, the only minions I have at the moment are weaponized ones, so I've got no means of screening.
Well, let's investigate.
Where's skills?
So
there.
what's the marching order?
I mean, I think we can assume that Timber's probably near the front.
Yeah, Timber's marching in, just looking around. And booty
Rose
up
is-
things around.
Rose is scanning for any traps or signs of like hidden passages, stuff like that. I rolled a 32.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what? Snow is going to roll survival, and he's going to see if there's any recent footprints entering or leaving the cave.
Good idea. Go ahead and roll.
15.
You can see that there's definitely been a fair amount of traffic recently, but the most recent ones appear to be heading in. When I say recently, I mean over the past couple days. This is like a cave entrance, so they do stick around longer. The signs.
Hey,
Well.
Fox, Prism.
They look at
You
Timber.
okay, buddies?
They shake their heads.
Timber's gonna stop and like kneel down and go, "What's wrong?"
They will pop into the... The heck? Sorry.
For a
Hold
second,
on,
I thought I
being
dropped
weird.
out again.
No, I got distracted because roommate being weird.
They tend to
Anyways.
do that.
Where was I?
Timber was asking what's wrong.
Ah, right. There's a tentative, mental connection. There's a heaviness on the mind here. We've not seen something like this before.
Oh, is that why you're not riding on your little hidey holes?
They shake their heads.
Do you sense anybody here?
They shake their heads again.
Yeah.
Do the twins do a cursory check again?
Yeah, probably.
All right. In that case, you'll notice now that you've actually entered the cave, you feel like your range has been severely limited.
We cannot sense very far in this cave. Something is hindering us.
Timber's gonna, hold down his paw and go, "Stay close to me. Something dangerous might be here."
They
Don't need
will
to tell me twice.
They will stay close to Timber, but not getting on him.
I mean, yes, if you look at the floor that Timber's... More people entered than people have left recently.
You think maybe they got some sort of way out of here?
Just see Snow shrug.
Because back when I fought the necromancy faction, the
VUF.
back when I fought the VUF, we'd always corner them, but They always slip or grasp. At least the important ones, those minions we slaughtered.
Well, all I can see is what the footprints tell me. So either they've already left or there's a whole heck of a lot.
Everybody's internet's messing up today.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's just how heavy the magic is here. It's messing with people's connections.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did I
The
kind of
signal
go?
jammer.
Yeah.
Did I go beep boop?
A little, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's
No,
100%.
you just cut out, and you've been cutting out, not going beep boop.
Okay, that has been a regular thing with my internet for the past like a couple weeks now. I don't know what it is. It's
I win.
not on. It's something on my service provider's end, and it's just hiccups once in a while.
Yeah.
Darn it, Dresden. Back away from the servers.
Alrighty. Well, let's go deep
Also-
on the cave.
You know, snow is in Canada. It's always winter.
Yeah, true. It's just extra winter now.
So I look outside and it's raining.
Oh, so that's what happened. You gave us all of your coal.
Yep.
Do you guys get cold?
It is 2 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now and snowing again for like the. I'm in a plains region. There's not supposed to be a lot of rainfall or snowfall for that matter. It has been snowing nearly every day for the last week and a half, and it's been getting down to like -10 to -20 every night. Fahrenheit, not
Lucky.
Celsius.
Yep.
Not lucky. I walk or ride a bicycle into work at 8 in the morning when it's still in the negatives each day, with heavy snow that hasn't been shoveled yet.
Alright, storyteller. Temple starts his escapades deeper into the cave.
All right. Dice are funny today. I approve. All right. Timber. As you start to march deeper and deeper, you know, going through a couple of different areas, you will notice something now. Your heart is starting to throb.
Can Timbo do a detect chaos, like pointed down into the cave?
Go ahead for me.
Alright. Well, it's boop.
Oh, the
Well-
answer is yes. It is so yes.
Something chaotic in here. Feel it in my chest.
Notably, Rose, as you're looking around, you see the places where traps were.
It looks
Not
like they
like
pulled.
sprung, just they aren't there anymore.
So it actually does look like they've been pulling up stakes.
Among other things.
Well, I'm seeing a few anchor points, a couple empty sticks here and there, a section of cut string. It looks like there used to be traps here, but I think they actually took the hint and pulled out. Either that or at least wanted to make it look like they pulled out.
The hunger cult pulling up stakes,
Haha.
ham, whatever they can get.
We don't
Yeah,
need
they're-
stakes here. Not in my camp.
The hunger cult went ham with the traps, but now they've pulled up stakes. Yes.
Either that or they managed to accomplish what they needed to do.
So long as they're off the island, I don't give a damn.
But we're
Which-
saying there's some
Storyteller?
chaos stew in here.
Storyteller?
Yes.
Can Timbo do a religion check asking what did they do to this area?
Go ahead and roll. You get absolutely no reply.
Oh.
Timbo like waits for a moment after like notably praying. And he's like excited for a reply.
Where is it? Where is it?
All right. Let's see. Do the dice do extra funny today? Mhm.
What? I know there's a blurb for this.
Oh.
Well, I wanted to play the blurb for call cannot be completed as dialed, but for whatever reason it's not showing up on the search list, which is weird. I know it was there before.
Oh.
Like you can actually see Timbo's tail wagging slightly.
Oh, hey, there we go. I found it in my favorites.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again, or call your operator to help you.
Praise be to Mountain Queen. She has spoken. It is heresy. Poor Timbo.
Religion is up to interpretation, I guess.
You obviously do not understand the secret rituals of the Kaiser's complex network of awesomeness. And then
Timber,
you
Timber.
look at his hell. You know, if you pay attention, he's got a little tear running down his eye. With vigor, Timbo continues into the cave.
All right. Obviously, everyone is still paying attention to their surroundings, so I'm not going to have anyone roll for this. There are new passageways.
Like recently excavated ones?
No, I mean, when you looked away and then looked back at certain areas, there are just new passageways now. That just weren't there before.
Heads up, either illusions or non-Euclidean space are present.
That's just called chaos.
That's what I said.
Is it like a branching left and right or multiple entrances?
I think it could be best described as snaking. With branching paths.
Alright,
Multiple.
Twins, we might need that lantern up front.
The twins will move to the front.
All right. Twins, give me a perception. All right. You will notice that on these newly apparent paths, the markings are different. The rest of this cave either looks like it was formed naturally, over time, or it was excavated and then worn down with some use. With these, it looks like it was, it has strange grooves in the in the rock, is the best way that I can say it. Like, imagine a snake slithering over something over and over again, and how that might have some interesting grooves.
The twins will basically just, again, you can feel a tentative feeling to it, but they will send what they're seeing to everybody's minds. And their conclusions and whatnot.
You can definitely do so, but now that you're deeper, it definitely feels like there's some sort of, like, heavy interference, like having to push through mud. You can absolutely still get your messages out. It's just... it's like working through interference.
Okay.
Okay, who has dispel magic? Haha.
I don't
I
think we
mean, the
got a
twins do.
powerful enough spell to do that. But if it's interfering that much from such a range, you know.
Alexi? I will say that you have absolutely no idea what magical effects could be causing this kind of stuff. Like, sure, like, you know, maybe one or two of them, like, you know, with some illusions, maybe some weird shaping with spells. But then you realize something else. Some of these areas the twins passed by with their lantern already, and it wasn't revealed. Which means whatever this is likely isn't illusions.
I don't like this.
You mean how we've stepped into a trap? Or this is how they get around? Yeah.
Does this feel like gatey shenanigans, or does this feel more like
So
rock shaping?
do the paths like disappear when the lantern's not on it?
No, they're there now. The lantern never revealed them.
Oh, okay.
Rose, does this feel like it's a way to the underworld?
Can I roll a check for that?
You may. This would be a knowledge religion.
28.
With a 28, no. This is absolutely not, in any circumstance ever, a path to the underworld. But it might be a path to somewhere. That somewhere you aren't sure, but, well, the best way to describe it really is just like something almost snake-like having gone through this area or attempted to go through this area multiple times recently and has been carving out the rock.
Passages to the underworld typically would be water carved or cleaved from the land. This looks like burrowing.
I would not like to meet the worm that dug this.
Especially if the
That'd be some
worm
high
that
quality
dug
components.
I mean, yeah, but if the worm that dug this behind us without us noticing, that's even more worrying.
I'm more thinking that something this large that could probably just swallow timber.
Then I could fight it on the inside.
And if it swallowed me, I would explode on the way down, which would not be good for it.
Hey, we got a twofer. Twins, you feel, again, with this heaviness, like there's an almost thud. And, not that it propagates sound, but like a force, like a knock. And Timber, your heart is starting to ache now.
Storyteller Tim's going to go to the lightest one and start marching down that way.
All right.
Rose will be following close behind. Actually, you know what? Rose is going to hop up onto the back platform on his armor.
Yep, Snow will be right behind. He does not want to get lost here.
If we do get lost, at least I'll be with Timber.
Ka-chunk,
Alex-
ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Alexi isn't holding Snow's tail or anything, but he's definitely not lagging behind either.
That would be adorable.
So, you went down the rightmost one. And there, you are going to find something very interesting there. Which is what is obviously well, whether to describe them as a past or current cultist is up for debate. But you see what is clearly what used to be a cultist of Trell Marixian, absolutely inundated and, well, almost covered with a slowly spreading purplish sickness. They don't seem to be breathing, but that seems to stop this spreading exactly none.
Timbo's going to look down at him, reach into his vest, and then stuff a bread roll into his mouth, pat his head, and keep marching down.
Stuff a bread roll into the corpse's mouth?
Yes.
Oh, because hunger cultist.
Yep.
The moment that Rose has passed, the moment Timber's passed, Rose is actually going to hop down and use her scythe to decapitate the corpse, and then, if nothing happens, hop back up onto Timber's back.
Ooh, you're decapitating it?
Yes, as a
Go
precaution.
ahead and roll damage. Just go ahead and see what happens.
Spread
Of
of the
course.
fungus.
All right. Your scythe sinks into the tissue, and you see something kind of worrying as you pull your scythe away. You didn't really cut off the head, but you did get something interesting out of this. Which is, despite the fact that this body is clearly dead, the blood is uncoagulated, and also a very worrying purple.
Yeah, looks like that's about ready to get back up. She's spinning the chromatic spinning the chromatic armlet to fire and blasting it right in the chest.
Alright, pick a damage type.
Fire.
Fire, got it. Alright. The magical flames quickly start to lick away at the body and deal a substantial amount of damage to it.
Is it still intact?
Intact, technically speaking, yes. But that's also because, as, part of its chest is blasted open, you realize that the internals are not exactly what they should be.
Storyteller?
You can see the correct pieces here and there.
Has Temple seen this before?
You've seen what this becomes.
Alrighty.
Okay, status update for everybody. Whatever's on this corpse, it's some sort of undeath, but it is not typical necrosis. And I'm still not entirely sure that thing won't get up in a minute.
Oh, burn it. More.
I just did.
It is still on fire.
I'm letting it continue burning. I don't want to use another charge in the armlet. I only have 4 of those per day.
How do we want to deal with the smoke?
Snow is just going to put his hand up to Rose, and he just goes rummaging around in his backpack, and he just pulls out a flask of oil.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
That is useful for the ones that get up and start moving. He just dumps it over top of the fire and drops the flask. This is good for the ones that are not. I will take off a flask of oil. I only have 4 more of those.
Good to know. Alright. I'm good to keep going. As much as I would love to raise this body, I don't want to fight for control over whatever it ends up becoming, so...
There was no saving this one.
Not even a spare parts. I'm ready to keep going.
Tim was gonna huff and just go, ignorance is the best defense. Continue go down.
I hope he enjoys his toast. Alright, Rose will be hopping back up onto Timber's back.
All right. Timber, are you
twins
showing?
leading.
All right. Timber, are you showing a preference for the natural paths or the strangely worn ones?
Oh, he's following the strange ones. But he's like, he's gonna clench his like holy crest or whatever, and just keep chanting, ignorance is the best defense.
All right. Any particular order, or are you just choosing whichever one?
Temple of Fable's right.
All right. So just continuing down the rightmost paths.
Alexi, Snow, whatever that was, is very similar to what Timber has been fighting back against, and it is similar to the enemy of the Imperium. I know he says ignorance is the best defense all the time, but in this particular case, as a matter of safety, do not think about it.
Okay.
How do you not think about
Just distract yourself if you have to. But this is the sort of thing that the more that it worms into your head, the more dangerous it becomes.
Also, while we're walking along, Snow is going to pick up a piece of chalk, and every passageway we walk down, he's going to leave a mark.
Good idea.
That is a good idea.
And if the twins have even the remotest surface thoughts on Snow, the moment Rose says, "Don't think about it," imagine just a completely a perfectly frozen over lake in his head.
Well, again, the twins are specifically avoiding telepathy with the party right now.
Yeah, that monk meditative focus is really coming in clutch right now, isn't it?
It's an entire thing that he has. It only gives me +2 to abjuration rolls, but it's fitting.
It is fitting.
Still mine.
Ignorance is the best defense.
All right. As you descend deeper and deeper, you will notice very easily that all of the natural paths have now been replaced with the strange worn ones. And there's more than one time where just based on what you saw down the other paths as you're following these whenever it goes out into a wider area with multiple choices, that some of these paths are absolutely 100% intersecting and crisscrossing each other, but there's no openings once you enter into one of these paths. And as you go deeper and deeper, one very noticeable thing is that there are some very slight, very small flecks of purple occasionally at these walls.
The infection spreads. Ignorance is the best defense.
Seeing these flecks of purple on the wall, Rose is actually going to take the torch out of her bag, light it off of Gar's torch, and she will use it to scorch any of the purple flecks that we come across, unless there's like way too many for that to be viable.
It starts off with just a couple, and it spreads.
Okay, yeah, once it gets to be too many for that to be an effective thing, she's just going to snuff the torch.
Alright, what are you doing with the torch?
Putting it back in the bag once it's snuffed. She wasn't actually physically touching the purple marks with the torch, if that's what you're asking about. She's letting the flame do the work.
Alright.
It's like, yeah, we need to sanitize this. Then there's just way too much like, I think napalm would be a better solution here.
Does she say that out loud?
Yes. Or I guess it wouldn't be napalm, it would be naphtha. Either way.
You can't burn this away.
Snow just looks over to Alexi. Can you make alchemist fire?
Can I make... are you...
Okay. When I say naphtha would be a solution here, I'm talking barrels of it.
By the fact that I've insulted you, the answer is yes. I think both of us are going to need to make an ocean of this stuff.
I'm just defaulting to fire because that's typically what you use for cleansing. I don't know if it actually has any special effect on this stuff. I've deliberately not looked too much into it.
Well, I mean, all those crazy religious folks, burning things and people at the stake, they might have something, right?
And that's why I'm defaulting to fire. If it turns out that another element works better, then that's the element I'll use. But I'm not going to go looking for it, because if I look into it, it will look into me, okay?
I mean, all I can do is punch it.
Twins, this has slowly transitioned for you from just heaviness into slowly starting to be more of a pressure.
We think we should just get out of here and probably seal this place off.
I'm actually okay with that.
Provided they can still communicate. Through telepathy.
They can, but give me a perception.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the twins trying to transmit.
So you notice perhaps the most worrying thing yet for you twins, which is that, pushing through, there is a very uncomfortable pressure on the both of them, and as they reach out to where they know the minds of their compatriots are in order to connect, you can feel something scrabbling at that connection and trying to gain entry.
They are immediately... So they'll be in the middle of what they're saying, feel that, and immediately shut off the connection. And they will pull out some paper and start writing. Something tried to take over the connection, the telepathic connection. There's a pressure. There is something here that's able to try and at least attempt to take over.
All right, I'm calling it here. I'm pulling out.
So you would let this fester on your island?
I will report it to higher powers.
I don't think we're on
That's
her island anymore.
I'm smart enough to know when I'm outgunned, okay? This is something that its weapon of choice is to screw with the mind. And if it's more powerful than the twins, then that's all the warning that I need.
Try to stay close to me.
They were successful in stopping it from getting in, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like so when I say scrabbling to gain entry, imagine you're feeling like, you know, the equivalent of sharp tentacles try and like wrap and puncture, and it hasn't had enough time to get a grip.
They are
Because the
going.
connection was so brief.
They are going to add on to it. We were able to keep it out, but it is definitely something to be worried about. It felt like tentacles trying to puncture their way in.
Look, the Imperium will be on this island within a week or two. We'll tell them about it. They have people better equipped for handling this than us.
Their people, just entirely mindless.
They have the Inquisition.
Again,
And besides,
entirely mindless.
if they can't fight it face to face, they can just drop 3.5 metric tons of artillery on the cave.
So you bury it and it just comes out again.
The Imperium is far better equipped at handling this sort of thing than we are.
Let's get out of the cave and then discuss.
Storyteller?
Yep.
Timber's gonna try another religion roll and just go orders question mark.
Go ahead and try. Put this on yeah.
Ah. Play it again, Rose.
It's very dark in this cave. And I don't mean the light.
Yeah, Rose is already heading back along the path that we came from.
I know how to describe this. Timber.
Yeah?
You know how the Empress, you know, the shadow?
Yeah?
In order to have a shadow, you must first have light, and there is no light in this place.
Timber's gonna, like, pull out one of his purity seals and, like, try to punch it into the wall.
Give me another knowledge religion. Alright, with that, both the purity seal and a section of the walls simultaneously light on fire upon making contact.
Upon seeing that, Rose is immediately pre-switching her armlet to positive energy.
Guys? I don't think we have time.
You mean how the cultists probably are doing their thing right now? We wait, they succeed. I don't know what's gonna happen.
If we leave, this will spread.
For once, as he looks over to Timber, I actually going to agree with you. We leave. It might be too far.
Nobody's coming. It's up to us. Timber
If we-
continues marching down.
If we all die, I reserve the right to mock you. I will be pointing and laughing the entire time we are crossing the river. I want you to know that. And Rose actually is going to be stuffing 4 gold coins into her cheek, just in case.
Timber will only reply, I hope you enjoy waiting.
What do you mean by waiting?
I was told Wolfen don't show up.
I mean, waiting can be fun if you've got like.
Wolfen don't
to do,
show
I
up at the River Styx.
River Styx.
Yeah.
Well, Timber, then preemptively, if we die down here, I told you so.
There's nothing we cannot face together.
Oh, we can face it, sure. Succeeding, on the other hand.
Oh, you have little faith.
Yes.
You're a priest. How do you have little what?
I don't have enough faith to face something like this. Doesn't mean I'm not going to, because apparently I don't have an option. At the very least, I have the luxury of knowing exactly where I'll end up after I die.
This is why I crusade. I cannot retreat.
I'm not leaving because if I leave here, who knows what'll happen to the people up there?
Snow, you're trained in how to use staves as weapons, right?
Yes, I hit people with stick.
Right, she is going to pull out the portal staff and hand it to him.
Okay.
Okay, so you see the orange gem here? Put your finger on that, aim it at something nearby you, then put your finger over the blue one and aim that at something in the distance. It'll momentarily create a dimension door between them. It's got 4 uses left on it today.
Why didn't we use this before we went in?
For what?
Because it's valuable.
Line of sight.
Yeah, you have to actually point the staff at where you want the dimension door to open.
Okay,
And yes, by the way,
couldn't
yes,
we have
her
just-
saying that the buttons are blue and orange is a Portal reference.
Couldn't we have just left one of the portal came back? Use the second one later?
It only holds it open for a couple seconds, just
Oh.
long enough to jump through. To my understanding, Tunnel Jackson was working on one that could keep them open indefinitely, but he kind of ran out of test subjects.
Noted.
If I were to venture a guess, based on all of the test subjects going missing and his behavior and nature, I'm going to assume holding the portal open too long causes it to become unstable, and this only holding it open for a couple seconds is a safety feature.
Snow starts tapping the staff for a minute and just starts testing the balance. Mechanically, what is it? Is it a +1 or is it just magic staff?
Now, as far as its melee capacity, I think it just qualifies as a regular old staff. It's just that it has the magic ability to create a dimension door.
At least it's magical in the point of, it's a staff with magical powers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So just think of it as a regular staff, but it's got the enchantment dimension door, and it can be used for 5 times per day. She already used one when she demonstrated it on the ship for you.
That's true. And using both of those are just like one, or is it standard action each?
Both you create the destination as a single action, so it gives you a teleport as a standard action.
Yeah, it does the full thing as a standard.
Okay.
And then you can move
Good.
into it.
Yeah, Rose is nervous about the coming encounter, and she knows that Snow is skilled with staves, and that the ability to quickly relocate is essential for monks. So that's why she's letting him borrow it.
Timbo's gonna draw his weapon and continue on.
Timber, how do you feel about being teleported around the place?
It's not the first time,
That
and
is
it
true.
will not be the last. That's how I got here.
Oh, worth noting, it is possible to pull other things with you through the portal, but I think the safety feature senses intent. That the person, it has to be somebody who's willing or an inanimate object. I've tried
Yeah, but
dragging hostiles through it, and it's like they hit a wall.
I also believe it can only transport one wolven at a time, and nobody else.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
good thing.
but
There's a good thing. There's only one wolf in here.
to be fair, that was a hell of an entrance that Brutus made.
Well, Snow will put away his staff into his scabbard, and we'll just plod along with this stick.
All right, you now have the portal staff.
Do 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 do.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is an upside down god tower.
No. I don't think so.
There it is. I had to find the blurb for it. I guess we're proceeding.
All right. So, good for you in that you guys are not going to run into literally any random encounters on the way down. I rolled a bunch, didn't roll a single roll under a 50. Technically speaking, I didn't roll a single roll under a 66. Everything above that. Everything was above that.
I choose to believe it's because Rose set the scout on fire after decapitating them.
Even in the darkness, the Kazuan's shadow is still here.
Casts a shadow upon the darkness itself.
Why does everybody keep saying my last name?
I thought your last name was Tarnished Isle. Or Vanishing Isle.
I'm about to say it's vanishing, but you know.
So I guess it would actually be Isle?
That's more complicated than it comes across. You'll need to ask him about that. There's more to his name than just his name.
Don't think, just do.
Speaking of doing,
Got
moving
it.
forward.
His actual last name is Drunk.
Oh, that's more first, middle, and last. That's an encapsulation.
We'll get to that.
I can
worry.
make the joke.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just move.
Drunk Snow Shadow, Drunk of the Vanishing Isle, Drunk.
Of the drunk vanishing isle drunk, obviously. But memes aside. You follow these snaking paths down. Timber always moving for the rightmost one. And you remain completely unaccosted as you descend. Deeper and deeper. Until the paths stop leading down and they start leading towards something. And the reason that you know that it's leading towards something is that for the twins, a certain effect didn't start when you stopped moving down. It started when you began to move in, which is that the pressure was slowly starting to feel like I guess the most like minor of scratches. Something is trying to demand entry. Unsuccessfully, but you can feel its desire.
Well, if it does manage to get in somehow, they do have a trap ready.
You've activated my trap card, Yugi.
You're not. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
I need to
Cluster
actually...
with 10 billion thoughts of eggs.
I need to actually look up the damage, but literally, if somebody intrudes on their mind, no saving throw, they just get to do some crazy amount of like 12d10 damage or something. Just boom.
Finally manages to breach their firewall. On the other side, there are the twins at the end of an infinitely long hallway. Come play with us, monster. Come play.
And it's like a comically long, like wire, right? And they got a little TNT thing, and they just bounce on it. Twins?
No, it's pure psychic damage. It's literally just the Eve and Poke on repeat.
Yeah. Twins? If you stay close to me, I can repel some chaos.
I mean, they are directly in front of Timber.
Yeah.
What? It's roomier than I was expecting it to be.
Though they have not communicated the scratching yet.
Oh, okay. Well, Timber will stay close to me. I can kind of protect you from chaos.
Rose is going to take the Scroll of Hypnotism and Scroll of Lightning Bolt from her locking pouch and move those to her belt, so they're available on tap if needed.
All right.
Timber continues.
I made the mistake of trying to stretch out for a moment on the couch, and literally immediately the cat is on me. I am trapped.
Oh.
Brother, I am pinned here!
You know, if you give us an address, we'll send flowers for your roommates to just put on your grave. I mean, you're just trapped there at the point.
Thankfully, this cat is not the kind that will literally sit on me for hours. But, yeah, I am trapped here for the moment.
All right. Are you guys making any attempt to be stealthy, or are you just like, holy shit, we gotta hurry?
Considering that it was clawing at the psychic network, Rose is acting on the assumption it already knows we're here.
I mean, Snow by nature is going to be stealthy. It's just the way he is, but him stealthing is probably still faster than most of the party, barring Gar.
Plus, with his placid mind, there isn't every possibility that no, it hasn't noticed him in particular yet. He's the invisible one in the group.
He's a blank.
You 22.
Even on a freaking 4, you got over 20?
Yes.
Timber's
cat
marching
paws.
heroically down.
Timber is the Nova of this group.
True.
Cat like Fred.
But he's like the original.
True.
I'm the OG.
Poor Agnes could not perceive the Nova.
True. Could not. But that's also because Timber's smarter than him. Anyway. All right. So. You guys are going to get a very, very interesting sight as you reach a part of the path that you're following that stops curving and snaking and twisting and instead just starts to widen, like, in all directions. And you will see in the middle of a rather large cleared out area is what could best be described as a mass of purple flesh. Given that, when I say that, it looks like it's about 4 different beings that were all stapled and melded together seamlessly. And you're pretty sure you can see some of its eyes and mouths on the looking at you, even though it's facing the other way.
Snow, could you give me 2 of those vials of oil?
No passes over 2 vials of oil.
She is going to be stuffing 1 into each beak of the 2 birds.
Drink this. Chug, 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 chug.
But she's not opening them, she's just shoving them into the mouths. So it guarantees that the oil will shatter on impact. She realizes that if we're going to be fighting this thing, she needs all the fire she can possibly get. So they will explode and theoretically have lingering fire damage.
Storyteller?
Yes.
This is probably gonna halt, but Temple's gonna detect chaos. Just to be sure. Alright.
Alright. In that case, this thing is a flashbang of capital C chaos.
See, like, Temple shudders a bit. Ugh.
Oh, burn it.
1 moment. Where is it? There it is.
Also,
Rose is
timber.
going to be looking all around the cavern that it's in to see if it's alone in this cave.
Alright. So, a couple things stand out now that you're really looking. You can see that despite everything being smooth with just some weird grooves on the way leading here, there are a couple of areas of the floor that seem mishappen and lumpy. In addition to that, there are a couple of much fuller, not quite glowing, but somehow iridescent veins of purple twisting out from where this thing is standing.
Right. He's going to put held action on both of the birds for 2 of those veins. If any hostilities begin, the birds will automatically target those and fire.
Tibbo's got
Keep it-
like the biggest hate boner right now.
Right. Keep an eye on those pustules on the floor. They do not look stable.
Storyteller,
Yes.
what does the roof of the ceiling look like? Are there stalactites up there, or is it just
Oh.
smooth ceiling?
It is smooth.
Okay.
I'd like to.
Yeah, just open a portal halfway through the stalactite to chop it off. There you go.
I would like to point out the hilarity of the fact that the Pokemon community game decided that a bombardier appeared.
Yeah.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
So
Probably gonna
clearly,
have
at
to
least
fight this
that
thing.
bot agrees with your plan.
Bari
Is
shows up
everybody
just
ready?
for the bombs.
So, do we know if this is the source?
Also, what would we roll to try to identify that? Could it be religion or?
I'm assuming religion, at least for Temple.
For Timber, it would be religion. For anyone else, let me
I'm
see
gonna-
what would be the best one, because he has religious doctrine about this.
Yeah.
For anyone else, I'd say
Ignorance
probably
is
knowledge.
bliss.
I'd probably say if you really want to know about it, knowledge planes.
Alright, I'm
Kind
gonna
of.
roll. I'm gonna roll for this religion. By the Kaiser, what is this madness?
Thematic 20. Let's go.
Timber's
Sudden
neuron
burst.
activated.
You see,
Sudden
Alexei.
burst.
You see what happens? You say, you proclaim for the Kaiserin, and boom.
Yeah, sudden burst transmission is able to cut through the jamming signal. Terminate immediately.
Exterminate!
Hold on, I think I have a blurb for that.
That's untrained, by the way. So I think that for a knowledge check, that means it's actually a 10 because you can't roll above a 10.
He sends out a ping to the Kaiserin, asking what the hell is this thing. The response that he gets back is
Exterminate! 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 Exterminate!
I like that one better.
Yeah. That one's got more oomph to it.
So, we gonna stand here, or
I'm waiting for the storyteller to.
Yeah, I was just waiting to see, because, only some people rolled, so I was just waiting to see if other people were going to roll.
no? Snow's not gonna roll. He has no knowledge of planes or knowledge of magic.
And
All
Rose
right.
is deliberately trying not to think about what the thing is, just that it needs to die. Are we
Well,
rolling
luckily that was
initiative
just an initiative check, so if there's a place to get a nat 1, I guess that'd be it.
Yeah.
then?
Gar is
Just
tying
getting it
his
out of the way.
shoes.
All right. You know what? Let's go ahead and work our way up slightly. For Alexei, First of all, this thing is definitely some kind of outsider. This is the kind of extraplanar eldritch bullshit that you would expect from just something from a different plane. Whatever it is, it doesn't belong here. For the twins, you would be able to recognize that, yeah, this is absolutely, as weird as it is to say, the quote-unquote pure version of the corruption that Timber is currently suffering from. And this creature is absolutely suffused with that energy. Whatever it is absolutely related to Timber and his people's most hated foe. And as for Timber, these beings are especially dangerous and a sacrifice everything on hand to kill level threat. Because these are the things that allow it to slowly worm its way into the world with its tentacles. Whenever one of these show up and the Imperium finds out, they do everything they possibly can to immediately kill it.
It's a grappling hook. It's a dimensional grappling hook.
It's
After
a
all,
beacon.
like I told Rose earlier, this is definitely a pathway to somewhere.
Well, Rose rolled a 13 on initiative, and the birds have held action, so the moment that any violence starts, 2 of those veins are getting targeted.
By the way, in case anyone is curious, these things are called opener of locks.
Fitting. We're holding the key, we just can't see the locks. And the ticking
Well,
and the ticking and the ticking of the clocks.
I have realized a slight error. I have apparently not spent skill points in a while.
Oops.
Oops.
So I'm just
You
doing a
stared
little bit of updating, but yeah.
You just now stared into the abyss and you gained enlightenment. Your skills have gotten better.
I am like
Seeing the threat opposed upon you fills you with determination.
I have almost 30 skill points to spend.
That's a fair bit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, reminder, how do I roll initiative?
Go to main, and in line with your strength, you'll see an initiative. Just click on that and drag it over.
I
Okay.
was doing it off the combat tab, but that works too.
Timber is ready for violence.
I like how all of us, except for Snow, have a +1 to initiative.
Yeah, no, I rolled so bad. I only got a 6, but I still got 14.
Well, except for Timber. He doesn't have a bonus, but he doesn't need one, apparently. He's just ready.
Well,
The twins have a
technically I
+3.
should have a -1 right now.
Whatever, you can just stick it to it. It literally doesn't matter.
Oh, did I ever get around to blackmailing the priests to fix Gar?
No.
Oh, well, bookmark that for later. Memo to me, blackmail later. Well, it looks like Prism's the first up.
They are. If you're going to just start attacking it, you could just start talking to it if you want. Talk to the eldritch monstrosity.
If it starts talking, Rose is just going to go la 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 la.
Oh,
Well-
Timbo's gonna say something on his tone.
I mean, are we attacking or not? Because I don't... Like, sure, we've rolled initiatives, but that doesn't mean that we've actually started combat yet.
It does not.
So, if you've got something to say it, because we're not actually in turn order yet.
Yeah, Rose is just waiting for the signal.
It has to die.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Well, now we're in combat, I guess.
Okay, I guess to initiate combat, Timbo's gonna yell, "In the name of the Kaiserin, I cast you down!"
All right, Yeet protocols will begin.
There was no reasoning with this thing, it must die.
Yep, getting out the dragon axe, putting away the torch.
Oh, I guess it would be a prism up first then.
Yes.
Depending on, its initiative.
You would go first.
I'll aid you if I can.
All right. So, first off, it's going to need to make a will save. Prism is going to be using Cerebral Strike. That same lovely thing he was using on the collar.
All right. I'm just gonna let you know right now. I rolled it, and he'd already rolled a nat 20. So.
Okay, well that will make it half attribute damage.
And just say that it had time to prepare. It knew we were about to attack.
And there was a card played.
All for one, one for all. On us.
What does that card do?
I am looking it up now.
+2 dice to each member of the side you choose. For
That
non-star
is...
games, it gives +5 to everyone.
So we have +5 to everything.
So we have advantage?
Essentially.
No, you have a +5. But yeah, you have mathematically you have essentially have advantage, but you have a +5.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I'm just double checking a couple of things here. So it looks like it just automatically does the damage. The damage is not halved. There's no save for it. But it's also not that much damage. Oh, crap. I scrolled up and now I No, that is not the tab I want to search.
Alright, so basically, if I'm reading this card correctly, the next attack will have a +5 chance to succeed. Is that what's mechanically there?
Not enough ale.
It's just a plain old we have +5 to our rolls.
How long does it last?
The combat.
Oh.
Yes.
That's why
I'm
it's
going
an
to...
epic.
It's
I'm
an
going
epic,
to,
and you need 3 copies of it to actually play it.
Okay, well, I'm going to just write that down as divine intervention. Carry on. Oh, someone died.
Remember said he was resetting his computer real quick.
I guess Snow's alcoholism has finally achieved, was it transcendence?
It's something.
Nirvana.
He's like Fry when he drinks the 100th cup of coffee, except it's beer.
He has a preference for wine, and hard alcohol, but he doesn't.
Well,
he
then the
doesn't
100th glass of wine.
Yeah,
Either way,
yeah.
Prism's thing. There it goes.
I was still figuring things out. Alright, so it is 12 points of non-lethal damage. And it suffers... It looks like it would be half of 1d8 plus 2. We're gonna go with intelligence. Oh, really?
I needed something.
So... Oh, right, this one is always round down. So, 1 point of, intelligence damage.
All right.
Oh,
Noted.
you didn't actually set the combat tracker to Prism.
No, I didn't. No, but... Oh, wait, that was the next round, not the reset round.
I'm logging back in.
Good, because it's your turn.
Yep.
Well, because violence is initiated, that's triggering the held action for the birds.
Yep.
And we don't have its turn on the combat tracker.
Nope, but that's because it'll get revealed when it's actually its turn.
The thing they're attacking is, like, stuck to the structure, so I don't have to worry about accuracy, right? Just roll damage.
Nah, just roll damage.
All right. Modifier 1, 1d6. This is the necrotic for the first bird, and for the second. Oh, modifier reset. Dang it. And for the second bird. Dang it. And then for the fire damage, first bird. And second bird.
Second bird made up for it.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how necrotic damage affects this thing. Does it take it as normal damage?
Yeah.
Alright, so then the first bird is doing 14 damage, and the second bird is doing 13 damage. And the oil should, in theory, apply the burning status.
Alright, so 14 and then 13.
Oh, I almost forgot something. Where is it? There it is.
Strategic launch detected.
I feel better now.
There actually is a blurb on how long the oil lasts. The oil burns for 2 rounds and deals 1d3 fire damage for each creature in the area.
Alright.
So, considering 2 separate parts of this massive creature are on fire, is that doing 2d3 damage each round?
Yeah.
And does that start on this round or on the next round?
It starts on its turn.
Alright. That's the bird's action. Hopefully Timber's back in by now.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right. How far away is it?
I mean, it's a pretty big room, but it's in the center, so I'll say like 40 feet.
How heavy are those charges that I got?
I mean,
The crates.
they're pretty heavy, but they're also AoE explosives, so.
How far can Timber chuck it?
Well, technically speaking, it has like a 10-foot throw range band, but that just means you take -2 on the attack roll for every couple of every 10 feet it is outside the range.
All right, so I kind of had the idea of, in the Space Marine 2 when the dreadnought's like, in the name of the Emperor, I cast you down, but Timber's just chucking this freaking box.
The whole box?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
He wants
Timber.
to kill it.
And he also knows that jostling it too hard will probably have horrible results.
Also, it's on fire.
Yeah,
So,
consider
yeah,
the creature's on fire. Even if the bombs don't explode on impact, they will a moment later.
Well, yeah, that and Timbo's going maximum effort. He's going to use his guided strike on this.
All right.
And what I will for ranged.
It'd be a range attack roll.
Okay. It's going to have that plus 10.
Yep.
Okay.
And then because it's 1, 2, 3 out, take a -6, so total of +4.
Okay, plus 4. Gotcha. Math. Well, let's see how it goes. For the Kaiserin! Oh.
Well, still a 15.
Oh, there
I
is a
guess.
party reroll if you want a party reroll.
This is his Hail Mary, so I'm okay
You
with
also
it.
have a +5 from the buff.
Yeah,
Oh.
please, reroll, please.
Yeah, no, no problems with the reroll.
Considering you're throwing an explosive,
A big bomb,
we
yeah.
want to make it away from the party.
Okay, so does a plus 5 add... What's a plus 5 add?
In the lower
It's-
right-hand corner, left-hand corner.
No. I meant after everything.
It'd be
I
plus
got the-
17.
Yeah, minus the... That's what I'm asking. The do math.
Oh,
on
well, just take the +4, +5, so make it a 9.
Okay. Plus 9. Party reroll.
Better.
It is better.
23. Yeah.
Hey, a thought occurs to me. It's a very large explosion, and we're in a confined space, right?
Yes. Yeah, have fun with that noise there, Rose. Anyways, Alar's fun box. Oh, high roll.
I saw a
Alright.
lot of dice.
Let me just go ahead and tack a 1 onto the damage you've dealt to it, in front of everything.
It did 100 damage.
Exactly 100.
That's an opening.
It is. Congratulations, though. You have potentially now destabilized the entire arena and probably also deafened multiple of you, considering sensitive ears.
Should I roll a save on that?
Sure, fortitude.
You get a plus +3 for Temple.
And a +5 from the Kajigger.
So it's 25 was the fortitude save in total then.
In that case, yeah. You're fine.
She's been around Timber long enough to know when he chucks something big like that to cover her ears.
Yeah, like, that still hurt, but, like, you're not deaf, but, like, ouch.
Let's just hope that the cave-in doesn't start.
Yep, alright. So, it is now the opener of Locke's turn. Let me go ahead and, it was a D3 per thing, so... Alright, noted. Alright. So, first of all, it is very unhappy about being, exploded. Besides the twins, who are very small, Timber's probably the closest to him, so...
He did just also, chuck a bunch of fireworks at him, so he probably isn't appreciating that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they threw a grenade at me, they'd be the focus of my anger.
So... Yeah, plus, there is one more thing. to mention. Timber, you had 2 boxes of this stuff.
Yep,
What'd you do with the other one?
it's in my backpack.
All right,
For now.
for now. Oh, you better hope that this doesn't deal too much, because if it does too much, this is about to be fire. All right. Yep, that hits. And deals 20 damage to Timber. As it effectively does a how to explain this? Remember how I mentioned it looked like it was 4 being stapled together seamlessly?
Yeah.
So it starts chanting something. And to basically everyone that isn't the twins, each word feels like a barbed tongue dragging across your head, across your very mind, as this is extremely uncomfortable. And before your eyes, a what appears to be a extremely small hole opens, and then a very, very awful-looking purple flame shoots out and hits Timber for 20 damage. All of its mouths don't speak simultaneously. They each pick its own word and cut off about half of the previous mouth's word in order to talk faster.
It's speed chanting.
It is. It will then perform a mysterious action and onboard to Fox.
Okay.
Us.
What's up?
Oh, I was just going to ask how big was that blast radius?
For the explosion you put off?
Yeah.
20-foot sphere.
Okay.
Okay, so... You know what? Fox is going to do the same thing. That's Cerebral Strike. So I will need that saving throw. There's the non-lethal damage. And then... Again, damage to intelligence. Oh, come on!
What's your DC?
25.
Alright, it doesn't pass that time.
Oh, 4 damage to intelligence.
How that works, you've been whittling down its intelligence, so that might actually help with what I have lined up. Unless it's a will saving throw.
Wills. It's... there is no saving throw derived from intelligence.
Oh, lovely.
That could be making its attacks less effective, though.
Oh, what I'm about to do, if it succeeds, will make its attacks even less effective. We might be able to completely cripple it.
Worth a shot.
So,
unfortunately, the saber stuck.
So this seems like a good opportunity to interject my question. Does that +5 apply to the intelligence damage as well? 'Cause that is a rolled thing.
No, it does not apply to damage.
Ah.
See, Snow wants to get close with this thing. Because that's about all he can do. He's concerned about the other big bulge that's in Timber's backpack.
In fact, I'll go ahead and update the card now to specify that it is on D20 rolls.
So,
You know what? Snow is going to hold an action, and he's just going to say, Timber, when you want to get closer, you can get closer. He's going to portal Timber over.
Like how close?
Do you want to be a meteor?
He still has bombs
I
on him.
still have bombs, yeah. If you can put me like 20 feet away from them.
And you know what? Snow will do just that. He'll put you
You know,
20 feet away.
It'd have
You
to be
can
25
send-
to be out of the blast radius, by the way.
you can send inanimate objects through the portal. You could just drop the bombs from the ceiling directly above the thing.
Yeah,
He
that
has
was-
to have line of sight of the bombs, and the bombs are in the backpack.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It's-
Timber pulls the bombs out.
Move Tempo away from the party. I'm gonna explode if I don't.
Whatever Timber decides to do, he's either going to teleport the bombs or teleport Timber, whichever he wants.
Teleport
Also,
Timber.
it's already been Timber's turn. He can't pull the bombs out of the backpack in
Yeah.
preparation or anything.
Teleport me
that-
25
Snow's-
feet away from it.
Holding
Snow
my
is ho-
action.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. He's holding his action until Timber's next turn to either
Oh,
teleport Timber or teleport the bombs.
Will the bomb blast come out of the portal?
No, if he teleports the bombs, he'd be physically teleporting them, and then they would drop onto it, and then blow up.
For what it's worth, Dimension Door is not a literal door, I don't think, because you don't take attacks of opportunity for going through a Dimension Door either. It's more of a Nightcrawler bamf.
Well, this particular stat, it was flavor texted that it behaves just like a portal gun. It's just that it only stays open for 6 seconds. Exactly one turn.
So, again,
Maybe.
I will hold,
Okay,
I'll hold
yeah,
my
yeah.
action for Timber, whether he wants to get teleported or wants the bombs teleported. One of those two things, he will hold his action to do exactly that.
Okay.
Yes, he doesn't want to get close to that thing with Timber exploding him, because
Yeah.
that would kill him. And I guess that will be Snow's turn.
And Rose is just saying, Dad, would you kindly help us out here? I'm casting Poltergeist, and I will be spending a spell point on it. Ugh. Does 19 succeed?
Is that a touch attack?
Is it touch?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe that Ghost Strike counts as a ranged touch attack, or it counts as touch as far as the.
I remember it being a touch attack.
Oh, my thing's on it. I'm pretty sure that it counts as
Yeah,
touch.
it's a ranged touch. It's a ranged touch attack. I just wanted to double check because it's been a second. In that case, yes, it does it.
Alright, is the twins' Lantern of Revealing still out?
Yes.
Then what you would see is Sycamore appearing next to Rose and bolting towards the thing to begin tormenting it. Because I spent a spell point on it, let me update my spent spell points. Abilities, Poltergeist. Alright, so I need to... Okay, it's 1 round per caster level, so for 9 rounds, I guess? It will be taking a -4 penalty to a single d20 roll of my choice every turn.
Well, I was going to ask if this was early Poltergeist where it's stacking chairs or late Poltergeist where it's abducting children, but clearly it's the early Poltergeist.
Well, specifically, the way that Poltergeist works is it attaches a vengeful spirit to the person, and it allows me to impose a penalty on any d20 roll of my choice. And since I spent the spell
I'll be
point,
right
it'll
back.
last rather than being a single use. It'll be that it'll last for 1 round per caster level. So for 9 rounds, unless he's able to dispel it somehow, Sycamore will be able to impose a -4 penalty to 1 d20 action per turn, or per round.
Yeah, excellent.
So that is Rose's action, and Chiefy kind of doesn't have anything that he could do. So I'm just going to have Chiefy be backing up Gar. Whatever Gar does, that's what Chiefy's going to do.
Oh boy.
All right, Alexi.
Oh, is No Name here? Did Gar bring No Name?
No.
Okay,
This
he's
is
back
not
in the
a
ship then.
spot for him.
This plan of ours to set up them the bomb, is that likely to need an attack roll from Snow?
For the portal? I am not sure.
It kind of depends if he's trying to just drop the bomb directly or if he's just moving timber around. Because if he's using it to make the attack, then yes. If not, no.
Can I state my intention then?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I was gonna have Temple, drop 25 feet away from it and hold it again. This way, he's away from everyone. So if it attacks him, it's gonna target Temple. I'm trying to draw aggro. That's what my plan was.
Yep, I leave it up to Timber to decide what he wants. And if that's what he wants, that's what I'll do.
Also, that way, if something does happen to me, well, only I explode.
I do believe it is Alexi's turn.
It is.
It is. I'm trying to decide, or I'm trying to look up something really quickly. Because I'm trying to see if I were to scramble over and up to Timber, could I administer a potion to Timber that would then take effect, or would Timber have to drink the potion? This is the one drawback with Alchemist,
I think,
by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Is that's a little bit more complicated of a question.
I believe when
Actually, let me double check.
Note to self: hypodermic needles for Alexi, so he can make stim packs.
I think you can administer it to someone else that's willing as a full round action, but because you're having to move over, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I also know that technically speaking, that's only supposed to happen for unconscious people, but I think it's dumb that they don't have an allowance for or willing. If it's an oil, you could smear it on them.
It's okay. Personal thing. Heck. Well, in the meantime, how far away is this guy?
Well, just based on where you're standing, like between like probably 40 and 50 feet away.
Pretty sure I can throw it. Throw a bomb.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the
So-
sub.
Oh, thanks for the gift sub, Tiberian.
Oop, nope, that's my damage. Where's my attack roll? There's my attack roll. Before I do that, I'm going to add a modifier of +5 to remind myself that there is a +5 modifier, and it... Whew. So I'm shooting the guy with a musket. Does a 28 hit?
It does.
Pew.
You successfully shoot it. They've updated its wounds. Is that your turn?
else for your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to keep the field clear.
And Gar, a reminder, Rose did call attention to pustules on the floor around it. Weird, plushy, squishy spots that were very suspicious looking.
Yeah, I have to attack the main body.
Yeah, attacking is fine. I'm just you don't want to step on those. I don't know what they do, but it can't be anything good.
And Alexi, on the bottom of the combat tracker, there's a little button to end your turn.
Oh, right.
And now it's time to rage.
Roar.
And throwing a spear.
Rawr.
Does Chiefy have any ranged options?
Unless you gave him something, not that I believe.
If he didn't have one innately, then I would have given him Billy Bones' light crossbow.
Unless you give a corpse puppet something, it would only have access to its natural stuff, I believe. So.
Then yeah, he has the light crossbow and whatever melee weapons we happen to have on hand.
You guys got a lot of melee weapons on hand.
Yeah, then since Gar is making a ranged attack, Chiefy will be making a ranged attack as well, so that's one shot with a light crossbow.
All right, Gar, that hits.
Okay.
Chiefy misses.
Of course.
I mean, he rolled a 2, so like, even with a +5, that ain't.
Oh,
that ain't going too good.
That wasn't the damage. That was.
I was about to say that is not the damage roll. That's the.
That is a really powerful spear you got there, Gaul.
Yeah, the damage section was blank because it was moved over from D&D.
I hear a doggy.
Yeah.
Want to know what the damage was for spear?
Yep.
Never mind.
He was just getting it ready.
D8,
So.
yeah.
All right. Put in the wrong number.
And Spirit Guardians are now active.
Alrighty.
If it doesn't attack me, then it takes disadvantage for everything.
This is specifically on attacks, though, right? Like, if it doesn't attack you on its turn.
Tiberian tipped $10. BZ, 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 BZ.
What?
Thank you for the tip, Tanya. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed.
Until the start of your next turn, the target has disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against you. And when the target hits a creature other than you with an attack, that creature has resistance to the damage dealt by that attack.
Alright, yeah. So I was just making sure it was, like, attack, so if, like, there were other effects going on, it wouldn't, like, you know, just nuke it.
And then if somebody else gets hit with something within 30 feet of me, I get to reduce that damage by 2d6.
Cool.
Cool. Alright, Prism is gonna go on the attack now. You know, this thing is kind of the embodiment of chaos. So maybe holy damage will work. Or rather, axiomatic damage?
What's axiomatic?
Right?
It says if you are... Oh, okay. So, we're going to be using Paradigm Blast. If you are of lawful alignment, which the twins are, you may spend a spell point to make your destructive blast deal axiomatic damage. If you are of chaotic alignment, you may spend a spell point to have your destructive blast deal anarchic damage. You cannot use this blast type if you are of neither alignment. Note, axiomatic damage comes from attacks that are heavily infused with the power of sheer law, and carry this orderly power over as a form of harmful energy to chaos-aligned beings. Axiomatic damage deals full damage to incorporeal targets, and deals damage as if the weapon were law-aligned. And as it is not a weapon damage type, it automatically bypasses all damage reduction.
Based. Based.
I
So
saw
you just-
this and was like, I think Timber would approve.
So you're basically summoning a spectral book of law and smacking him in the face.
I'm summoning the
Big
Book of
on
Grudges.
Using the dwarven interpretation of throw the book at them.
No, he's just this is just Prism taking all the times Temple told him to clean his room and throwing it at the opener of locks.
Oh no, it's an angst bomb. Run for cover.
That would actually
You're
be a
not wrong.
20. dirty 20. Because I forgot to add the 5.
And this is a touch attack, so go ahead.
That would be 5d6. I feel like I'm forgetting something with this, but we'll just go with that. I feel like I've got something that makes it higher, but...
Right, so, the opener of logs is taking 20 subpoena damage.
Can I add my bonus to my profession lawyer skill to this?
You hit him with the little hammer thing.
Gavel.
Yeah, the gavel.
Gavel strike.
You can flavor it as a gavel if you want.
Yes.
Oh, so there's a physical manifestation to this psychic attack?
Well,
There
all
is
of the...
like most of theirs anyway.
So the way that their abilities work, at least these ones, there's no sign that they're doing anything. There's just suddenly, oh, there's now a giant golden hammer above the thing that just smashes down.
So yeah, just a giant gavel smacking the thing. I can dig it.
Oh yeah, it's hammer time.
So yeah,
No, Timber, do not hammer time the abomination.
I was
I
not
don't know.
expecting.
I got this bulge.
I was not expecting to come across a being of pure chaos, but I picked this up just because, you know, Timber. But if that does any extra, you know.
Why didn't you think you'd have to fight Timber's like entire backstory nemesis like faction?
I did not think that it would be a physical entity that we would be fighting or something like that, you know? Like it would have a body.
From here.
Don't worry, it
Oh,
only gets
lovely.
worse from here. Yeah.
But yeah, axiomatic damage, there you go. Off to Timber.
Alrighty. So, Timber instructs Snow to, you know, put the portal under his feet and drop him 25 feet next to the right side of the opener of locks.
No, we'll do just that with his held action.
All right. Opener of locks will interrupt and redirect the exit portal back into the middle of the group.
Come on, Blurp, load faster.
Okay. Huh. So I guess Timber like whoosh whoosh.
So I guess
You
Timber's...
you guys are going against a chaotic portal power
Yep,
beam,
yep,
so you know.
Hey, you know it was Timber blinks a couple times, grabs the bomb, and well, I guess here goes nothing.
It stopped the portal from happening. It didn't stop the bombs from being thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it didn't stop the portal. It just also put Timber further back than he already was.
No, I guess, you know what's kind of funny? What's actually kind of funny? Let me just screen cap real quick here. Because, there we go. Close. Cancel. Come on. Discord, why are you lagging?
Okay, so where's Timber now?
Like I said, you're like in the middle of the group now, so now you're like 45 to 50 feet away.
So I posted it in media sharing. I tried to fire the portal gun sound effect blurb right when Snow did the portal, and the sound failed to go through, as his portal failed to activate.
That's a good one.
It's getting meta.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Steve just has my back on that one.
Yeah. Okay, fine. How far? 40 feet? Right?
You're like 45 to 50 now, so
yeah.
You can just make it. It's just at an additional -2.
Okay. With the +5 and the minus whatever, what's it gonna be at?
-5 if you huck this thing right now.
Oh, Cobot is on point.
Well,
What?
I have a feeling that. Go on, Rose.
Quote for Portal Misfire, what Cobot came back with was, "That hole does not look big enough."
Zim, Art Spammery, and Art share in ZGF Discord.
Alright, well, Well, I have to get rid of this bomb. Because it's a threat to the party. How's the... Can I roll knowledge engineering to see if I can get a kind of idea of how stable the platform is?
What do you mean by platform?
You said the place got less stable last time you chucked the bomb.
Oh, yeah. If you want to roll knowledge engineering for that, go ahead.
Okay, so... Would this be a +5?
The twins would
it's a
like to
D20.
assist.
It is a D20 check, so
Yeah.
yes, and also... you
Wait,
have to roll to assist in this, right?
Okay, so they're the ones doing the D20 roll, not the opener.
Well,
I
right now,
am.
yeah. He's trying to determine the thing. Aid another. If you roll 10 or higher on your check, the character you're helping gets +2 bonus on his or her check. So go ahead and make that roll.
Oh, the twins?
Yeah, you have to roll when in this system when you try to help each other. You have to roll at least 10 successes, 10 on your check, in order to give the person a +2.
I was 100% making a Scar joke, but yeah, I forgot that is actually a thing. So
Yeah,
here
you just have
go.
to make a roll. All right, so that's a total of +4 on the engineering to check stability.
Okay, so 9.
+9.
This is totally going to be a matter of you should have just let the twins do it, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Well, probably, but it's his turn, and you guys aren't mentally connected right now, so.
Yeah, fair. Oh, hey, nice.
Yeah, the having a signal jammer in place is definitely complicating things.
Yeah.
Well, they also don't want to reopen it right now for reasons.
It's just now they have a really good reason to not want to.
Yeah, the twins finally at the end of the rope speak out loud. You need to hit it in the weak spot. That's why they don't talk.
Now, if they ever do talk, it is definitely going to be a very deep voice.
I was already thinking, well, now you've just guaranteed he's going to use a deep voice for it.
Timber, you're going to have to toss me.
But yeah, so with that, 29. So you know that if you chuck this thing, it won't collapse the entire area, it won't just cave in and kill everything. But there is a very, very good chance that things will start falling from the ceiling, and there is a very real chance that it might start hitting people.
Alright, let's see. And I can't move if I throw this thing, huh?
If you move, you could still throw the thing.
Oh, how far can I move?
Well, technically speaking... Hold on, wait, you have it in the backpack.
Action to remove, action
Yeah, I was
to
about
throw.
to say, it should be an action to remove and an action to throw, so... You would likely have to open up the backpack in order to. You'd have to spend an action to grab it, retrieve it from your backpack, unless you have anything for like fast retrieval.
Okay.
So you might just be carrying that thing right now.
Okay. So I got the backpack nuke. Understood. How much?
I mean, I guess unless you want to throw your entire backpack. I'll let you make the attack if you just yeet your entire backpack.
I think there's other important stuff in there.
Quite a few important things, yes.
A countless number of important things, yes.
Destruction by any means necessary.
It's not easy working with someone who's lawful stupid.
Timbo removes his backpack. With the 10 cannonballs in it.
Oh, no. Oh no.
This thing's a frag grenade.
Yeah,
A
that's what I was
woven-sized frag grenade.
It has
Packed with alar explosives.
Yeah, and it's got 10 charges for cannons.
Oh no.
It's got caltrops.
Oh no.
For the
get that-
casual.
Forget fragmentation grenade. I think this thing's a claymore.
Also, it has 8 rations.
Rip the rations.
I
Okay,
don't think those
anti-personnel
rations are gonna
or
still exist.
anti-personnel missile at this point.
Okay, so the contents of the rations will no longer exist in a second, but at least the cans will become shrapnel.
Well, it is a food cult.
Yeah. Will the food do? Will the food and the rations do damage to it?
And
bold
of
of you to
course,
assume that this is a part of the food cult.
no, this is chaos. Also storyteller.
Yes.
I have 8 of those brownies.
Lamau.
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh no!
And you ask why Snow didn't want to get anywhere close to that thing for the time being.
Timber stared into the abyss, and the abyss started tripping balls.
Alright.
One way or another, we're about to go on an interesting trip.
Also, I have 10 feet slings of chains.
Okay, so yeah, this is just a claymore. It is a woven-sized claymore
Yeah.
with chemical weapons in it because of the brownies.
Yep.
Yeah, at this point, we're approaching dirty bomb.
Yeah.
I'm just following orders. Okay, so +5. How much for... Can I run at it and chuck it?
You can move forward, but you can't run.
Okay, well, how far forward can I go?
Considering everything in your heavy armor, I'd say like carrying this like 20 feet, so you could get to
Okay.
like 30 feet away, which would only be a -6 +5, so -1 total.
Okay, -1. That's
And this
better.
is AOE, so
Yep.
it's just, you know, you get the full thing if you hit him straight on. If you don't hit him straight on, he gets to try and make like a reflex save.
So you see Timber
Yeah.
marching forward.
Timber,
Yeah.
I will remind you that the twins have telekinesis.
Oh. But the next turn, it could set me off. And I'm standing in between everybody.
Well, yes, definitely get away from everybody. But just saying, that is an option.
A problem. Timber physically could not move far enough away from everyone to get everyone out of the blast radius. Because remember, he got dropped in the middle of the group. He has a movement speed of 20, and this thing has an explosion radius of 20.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Carry
And
on.
it's its turn next.
Shall be done, and done well.
And then it turns out it's just going to ignore Timber because Prism just hit it with a freaking word of law.
Now that's a dangerous one, Vari.
Oh.
So next hit is a crit. Is that what I'm understanding?
If it hits, it crits. If it misses, it fumbles.
Well,
Oh no.
I acted on the assumption that it's going to hit Timber. Seriously? That blurb's not going through either? I'm just going to refresh my tab.
Remember, you better roll that.
Yep, here we go.
-1.
-1, yeah.
There we go. And now...
-1.
Freaking go through.
It's been nice working with you, Gurr. Now self-destruct. Finally!
Combat.
Ranged attack.
Ranged attack.
With
Here
a
we go.
-1.
For the Kazorn! Does an 18 hit?
An 18 non-touch attack does not. No.
Did he get the +5 from the all-in
He did.
earlier?
Yep.
He did. That was
What
that's
reroll?
why it was only a -1. He's technically speaking 3 range bands out right now.
Yeah,
Didn't you use a guiding strike last time?
I did.
Which means he
Use it
already
again?
used it.
Oh, he doesn't get any more.
Nope.
So just going to act on the assumption that thing sees the backpack coming, realizes what it is, and swats it away with extreme prejudice.
Well, I think I know exactly what's going to happen with this.
Chaos is what's going to happen.
Well, yes, first of all, yes. There is about to be a reflex save against shrapnel, but here's the thing. The contents of that backpack are very sensitive, the explosive part of it. And the problem is that in order to, like, you know, throw this backpack that you have, like, you know, all of these other heavy metal objects on the inside of,
It explodes on me.
it's going to explode on you.
But I'm
Hold
pretty sure
on.
the blast radius is going to be bigger than 25 feet.
Hold on. Viewer has, looks like we're getting a reroll.
Reroll,
Oh,
please.
good.
Reroll, please.
right.
Hold on, we haven't gotten it yet. You got until the Marten video is done.
I
That
was
is the
about
way
to play
we
one
do
video,
it.
but if you're playing one for free... I can't find Marten video. What the freak?
Because I think all of us are close enough to get caught in the blast radius.
You are.
You know, I was thinking of having the twins spread out from everybody, but decided not to. I wish I had.
I am not going to lie. If you guys don't get this reroll, and it rolls good, it might legitimately just be Obelisk.
Alexi and Snow are attuned to the obelisk.
A miss. Not enough
Yay!
Well, there's the reroll from Vari.
There's the reroll.
All right, well, here goes nothing, guys.
Fortunately,
Go
that potion that I was asking to administer
one.
was True Strike.
Oh, rip. Unfortunately, it is a full round action to administer a potion to someone else.
Yep. Well, for the Kazorn!
Oh, hell yes.
Well, there you go.
There's a 30 hit.
Oh, no, that's not a 30. That is a 25.
Oh, he added the bonus.
The +5 is already baked into removing the out-of-range malice, mostly.
Yeah.
Ah. But does the 25 hit?
The 25 does hit.
Oh, good.
Whew.
And it also crits.
So I have a question. Considering the brownies are present in that explosion, would it be rolling a save against the effects of that? Because I'm assuming that'd get injected directly into the veins, considering it's moving at around Mach 1.
It's a ingestion, not a injection.
Oh.
Yeah, poisons and stuff are very specific in Pathfinder and 5e.
It is. It is very specific about how it has to be taken.
Yeah, I was hoping I
I'm
could
just
use the
gonna
curse
delete
to
everything
nerf
in my
saving
bag.
throw.
Yeah, just delete everything in the bag automatically. So Zim, do we have explosive crit card?
What?
Do we have a set of crit cards for explosives?
Crit card.
Or fire, maybe?
No.
Okay.
All right. In that case, I'm just gonna double the damage.
It might fall under crit, the thrown weapon crit.
He's literally just yeeting an explosive. The actual thing itself is not dealing the damage. It is literally just an explosive. You had about that much, so double that. Like that.
That's so many dice.
It is. Also, can I get reflex saves from literally everyone?
Oh no.
Shrapnel. Yay!
This thing is filled with caltrops and cannonballs.
Rose is no longer there anymore.
Okay, there's the extra +5 on that roll.
Oh, right, an extra +5. I might survive this.
26.
Yeah, Rose rolled a 30 on her reflex save.
Depending on whether a 15 makes it or not, Lexi might not be here either.
All right.
That's actually 23 because Tempo adds a shield's AC.
All right. Well, DC was a 20, so even including those +5s, that +5 saves Prism. So that'll be Alexi and Gar. Oh yeah, real quick.
what
I'm
about
gonna have to
Chiefy?
roll. That was about rolling for Chiefy. Chiefy's fine.
Yay.
Well,
All right.
It's been an honor and a privilege.
Fatality.
Uh-oh. Them's a lot of dice.
This thing is filled with 10 cannonballs and a bunch of caltrops, and as well as 10 additional cannon shot charges, as well as a Lars explosives.
And lengths of chains as well.
Yeah, like this is, this is literally just like the canister shot from hell right now.
So, Alexi, have you given any thought to being a vampire?
Good thing I have DR1 with Rage. Haha.
Now look, Alexi, being a vampire isn't the worst thing that could ever happen to you. It's actually a very reasonable way to live out your life.
I do apologize, guys.
All good.
All right.
It's a... could've been-
So there's that, and then have it, and then apply that to the rest.
Since I I passed my whatchamacallit. I used my reaction to take 0 damage.
All right.
And Snow takes 0 damage because I passed.
All right. So that'll be minus 12, 54, 25. Words are always interesting to do math for.
Oh, and before I forget,
All right, so let's go ahead and add in the damage that the boss boy took. So that is.
I believe I'm still at 20 wounds.
Oh wait, yeah, because you did the reaction thing.
And I believe Snow took 0 damage.
Yes.
All right, I will delete the thing from So too then.
he's
It
still
is looking-
alive.
It is still alive, yes.
Yeah, no, Snow at this level of monk, I either take 0 damage or half damage on a reflex save.
Nice. Yeah. So this thing, yeah, no, it's a. Congratulations, it's a boss. It has a lot of stats.
Oh wow, it has hit points.
Wait, hold on. Actually, yeah. Hey guys, let me make bosses for you guys with all the stuff I let you do that don't have good health pools.
Yeah, he probably would have just died instantly with Timble chucking the false one.
Lieutenant Lieutenant PTSD flashbacks.
Alrighty. Welp, it is looking rough for this guy. It's still attack Gar though. Because Gar has the Spirit Guardian thing up.
Alright, so what is it doing?
Attacking Gar.
So is it like chanting again, or using a tentacle, or?
No, it's basically doing the same thing it did against Timber originally.
Well then, as soon as it begins chanting, it feels a phantasmal bitch slap across one of its eyes. I'm using the nerfing its roll. It's takes a -4 on whatever its roll was.
All right. This might matter. Gar, what's your AC?
17.
And it's a -4.
Yeah, it's a -4.
Ooh, meets it, beats it. So, can I get a magic crit? The confirm rolled a 21.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, Sycamore tried.
That was really close, though. That almost saved the crit.
Magic crit?
Magic crit.
Oh.
You leave the good boy alone!
Gar takes, like, all the nasty crits, I swear to God.
Epicenter.
I'm a barbarian, I have to hit him.
All creatures within 15 feet of you are affected by the spell, or are affected again in the case of area effect spells.
Oh.
Well, that includes Chiefy.
But it does do normal damage, so...
Normal damage. As it proceeds to roll almost max. So, okay.
Would now be a bad time to point out that Rose, due to her trepidation around this thing, did not get any closer than she needed to. So, in theory, she should be more than 15 feet away from Gar.
Gar never ran up to it. He threw a spear at it.
I'm still in the group of people.
Yeah, he's still with the group because he didn't want to get near the bombs.
Damn it. I was hoping that he had gotten closer to throw the spear.
No. Spears have range.
And Gari's strength. He just yeeted really, really far.
All right. Well, everyone takes this. So
I think tempo and forward 20, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
well, actually,
Timber's
yeah,
the old-
Timber's fine. Timber's fine. Timber's fine.
Timber's the only one that's fine.
And the Guardians protect one person.
You might want to use that on Rose.
Actually,
I do have a get out of jail free card besides the phylactery. I just haven't used it in a while.
Also,
Probably Alexei.
Alexei would probably be the better choice because you
Overkill.
know,
Oh
like,
yeah, it does. It does actually do it on the downed people too.
yeah.
I thought that it didn't. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, protect Alexei. Don't worry, I have a
So
reaction.
protect
that can
9
save me.
damage.
All right. Well.
What are you using, Rosalia? Because you are just dead.
She has her phylactery thing, I think.
Oh, Jesus, overkill! What the fuck? Well, I was going to burn Necrotic Heart. Once per day is an immediate action when you would be reduced to 0 or fewer hit points. You may spend a spell point to gain temporary hit points equal to your hit dice times your charisma modifier. The temporary hit points last for 1 minute.
I like how that bomb dealt more damage to you guys than the boss has, even with that.
And
Alright,
Rose, where was your phylactery?
with Timber, but does he keep it in his bag or in his pocket? Timber, if I survive this, I'm going to punch you in the face repeatedly.
I was thinking of that the entire time.
Yeah.
I just
Okay,
wasn't gonna
hello,
bring it
so, Necrotic Heart. We haven't
All right.
calculated that yet.
up. Go ahead.
How many hit dice do I have in total?
You're level
Let's equal
9,
your-
so
It's equal to your level.
You both talked at the same time.
Equal to your level. Still
Okay,
level
so
9.
nine hit dice. Alright, so it's 1, 2, hit dice times your charisma modifier. Charisma modifier is +2, so that's 18 temporary hit points. Come on. It's not letting me. Oh, I gotta put it in here. Alright. That keeps me from going down. It turned red, so that means I'm still technically alive, right?
Use this beforehand, right?
Yeah, necrotic heart intercepts the damage as it happens. So.
All right. Well, let me make this accurate then. So this goes down to 33. This disappears. Let's.
Oh, and I gotta spend the spell point real quick.
39. There, that's accurate now.
So necrotic heart saved me for once. Would you believe me if I told you that's the first time necrotic heart has ever actually saved me from going down?
I think it helped. Anyways, it's Fox's turn.
oh boy. So mass healing.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's just it.
I hate to be that guy, but didn't you say that the network is not up?
He can still declare target on the mass healing. He just can't move it around freely.
Yeah.
So he can still target you for healing. He just can't like heal someone else and then pass it along to you. He couldn't do that right now anyway because when you fall unconscious or die, you go out of network anyway.
I'm also like dead.
Well-
Doesn't matter for him. He has one round.
Okay.
Yep. So come on, good roll. Okay. So everybody is receiving 23 HP back. I do have resuscitate, so what is your constitution? Oh, perfect. You're back to life.
He is back to life. So you targeted everyone with that?
Except for opener of locks, obviously.
Well, yeah.
But yes. FYI, Alexi, you do have one temporary negative level.
I think that beats being dead.
Yep.
Did you target both yourself and the other twin with that?
Yes.
So that puts both of them at 81.
And that is going to cost me...
Right, so, for the record, the phylactery, was that in the bag, or was it in
Yes.
Timber's pocket?
It was
Alright,
in his bag.
I'm assuming from the bullshit amounts of damage that were received, the phylactery is considered destroyed.
Yeah. On an aside, that bomb bag crit did like 260 damage.
So, the toughness value on the phylactery just does not mean anything at those numbers.
No, it does not.
So Rose needs to make a new phylactery.
She does.
I don't know if there's any penalties to having the phylactery destroyed.
I believe it just disables the feat until you make a new one.
Okay, so because she's not full lich, she's like a pseudo lich, so.
Yeah, it's like semi-lichdom. Where it helps you if it's there, but it doesn't, like, kill you.
100% though, she felt the phylactery breaking, so she knows.
Oh yeah, no, she definitely felt that. Like, you know, if I go ahead and go down to necrosis feats real quick.
I was going to play this with Rosalia using positive energy on Alexi, but since he's back on his feet anyways, here.
So, yeah, that's it for Fox. Oh, wait, no. Fox is moving away from the group.
Good choice.
Just off to the side.
No, is now Angie. He saw some people go down. He's pretty sure he saw Alexi get deleted and then came back to life. He's not complaining about the back to life part. Yeah, he's going to bonus action, enter pummeling stance, and
just flavor for Rose is that she also took fatal amounts of shrapnel damage, but is somehow still on her feet. Yay for being undead.
Exactly, you're still standing. So you know his concern is a little less, still significant, but a little less.
It would be worth noting. It was very much lethal amounts of damage, and visibly so. It's just, for whatever reason, she's still on her feet. Again, yay for being undead.
Snow is going to use pummeling charge, which means, and I get to take the charge action against that thing. I get to move 140 feet if so, and I get to do a full flurry of blows.
Alrighty.
All the benefits and negatives of charging. I guess I get a +2 to hit. So that's +7. And he is going to be punching it a lot.
So as soon as Timbo gets back up from his like hiding behind a shield and the explosion, there's a poof of smoke and freaking Snow's right there, all kicking the shit out of it.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, I'm just going to roll all of these because there's a lot of dice. $21.
Oh, here we go. Snow.
21 hits.
Snow
Nice.
using the pummeling charge.
The missile knows where it is at all times.
I have
tonight.
20 misses.
Okay. And oh, hello, not 20.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it doesn't confirm.
No confirm.
Still hits.
Okay.
Oh, it's
So that is an extra +2 damage, I believe.
Are you adding the +5s?
Yeah, I already have. That's
Okay.
only supposed to be 1 dice, so that's only actually. Why did that give me 2?
Because
You didn't clear the crit.
Because he didn't clear the crit.
Okay. Then it's just 5 damage then. Oh, sorry, 6. 6 damage. And then second hit. That would be 9. And only 4.
Yeah.
And that'd be my turn.
All right, so that is a total of
And if it has DR, his attacks are magic, cold iron, silver, bludgeoning. And if any of those don't affect it, pummeling stance will adjust how the DR is changed, applied.
Yep. All right. So just real quick, putting all this.
If there are any DRs that are not affected, you only get to apply it once to the total damage.
Cool. It's looking really extra bad now. Still barely standing though.
And that's all I can do. And off to Rose.
All right. So I don't see it physically listed in properties as an element option, but we did say when Tunnel worked on the armlet that it can now do any element. Can I do radiant damage?
I think lawful damage, like.
Well,
Yeah,
that's that axiomatic is like a special thing. That's
Yeah.
normally on like enchanted.
Oh, I wasn't saying axiomatic. I was going to say radiant.
Oh no, I was just because they were mentioning the lawful one, which is axiomatic.
Radiant is good damage in Pathfinder and 3.5.
No, axiomatic
Or
is.
positive.
It is not positive or.
No, they were saying for radiant.
Oh, okay.
Also, that should be considered positive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
good
radiant
damage.
or positive's gonna do much of a difference here.
He said good
No,
damage, not lawful
when
or
in-
chaotic.
When in doubt, fireball. I'm just going to stick with fire element. So
Hold
Rose
it
is
with
going...
flames.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, remember that oil? I sure forgot. I think our little friend here owes us 4d6 because that's 4d3. It's been 2 rounds.
Oh, I rolled it on his initial one, and then
okay.
I realized, wait, it doesn't matter because fire doesn't bypass the DR, and it physically can't roll high enough to bypass its DR.
Fire bypasses DR.
Fire does? Really? Okay.
Yeah, any energy damage, even from a mundane source, bypasses DR automatically.
Huh, I thought it didn't if it was DR all.
No, DR all is only for bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Ah, okay.
All right. Well, for Rose's...
In that case... Oh, wait, that was the wrong... Nope. There's the actual roll.
All right.
And
This time I actually remembered to put the... This time I actually remembered to put the +5 on.
And that hits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 38 hits. That's 13 fire damage from the armlet. And for Svefenthorn, I'm going to have him drop Rosalia as a free action. And Well, unburdened, he can fly 100 feet. He's going to go for the eyes with the tail strike, which does count as a silver weapon if that does anything.
The problem is that it's already dead from the fireball.
Oh, cool. Well, then he's going to be stabbing a corpse.
Yep.
She sent the command to Svefenthorn to melee strike as she's doing that. She wants to make sure this damn thing's dead.
Yeah, no, it's just gonna burst into flames with a last gasp.
And Svefenthorn is buzzing around it, stabbing the lifeless eyes.
It did have a lot of eyes.
So he's gonna be busy for a while.
Yep.
How much HP did I leave it with after my flurry of blows?
You left it with exactly 9 HP left after the flurry.
Okay, fair enough. I thought I left it with 1 HP, and I would have been slightly irritated.
No. It wasn't 1.
Yeah, no,
it was
fair
single
enough.
digits, which, for having triple digit health pool, absolutely minuscule percentage, but still not 1.
Timbo's gonna look around and try to see what's going on.
This place is highly unstable, and you should probably leave right now, because at the end of this round is when the rocks would begin to fall.
Everyone, out!
Don't need to tell Rose twice. He's recalling Svefenthorn and hauling ass.
Tempo's gonna chuck a purity seal at the burning corpse.
Just for the sake. Just for the sake of making sure.
Yep.
Twins are going to do another healing to everyone on the way out.
Snow sealing that Alexi is on the ground. You get scooped up. And assuming you're not unconscious after the healing, because he will have to put you down if he wants to keep up his speed.
So I believe, Timbo turns around and says, "Let's get out of here," after he chucks the purity seal. When he chucks the purity seal, he sees Snow over there. He turns around and Snow's over there.
Just see Snow beating the crap out of this thing, and then immediately it just looks back.
Yeah, trying to pick up Alexi or something, and then he's running, and Snow still picks him up and is out of there. He's like, "What the? Ah!"
He's going to be using a few points of key speed to speed up the running process.
Probably a good decision.
The twins are going. They're going to use telekinesis on Timber.
Yes, the leapfrog. So here the thing about this this area is that not only was it unstable from 2 alar-backed explosions, it was also likely being sustained by this thing, considering the nature of things.
And
don't you hate load-bearing bosses?
Yeah.
They're not as bad as load-bearing corn.
Alright, so we are out of there then?
Snow is in full.
Are the twins still feeling that pressure?
It doesn't pop away immediately, but as the place begins to crumble, it lessens greatly until it disappears.
Okay.
It's not like the moment it dies, it's all gone. It's more like it probably wasn't the source, and it was just maintaining the way for the source of that.
It was a receptacle. Receiver.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah, basically, imagine you just got Shadow in the warped a little bit. I think that's a good way of explaining it.
You know what? Alexi gets shoved into the bag of holding so Snow can run faster.
Hold your breath?
Yeah, I'm about to say, hold your breath, immediately.
He's got 10 minutes.
Snow can make it out of here in 10 minutes.
I'm small size. I've actually got 20.
Okay, fair. I think it was just 10 minutes regardless of people in there. But
alright, either way, we're running. Are we able to get out of there before the rocks start falling?
With the leapfrog, I'll say yes. If you had to actually move at timber speed, like, you might have been in trouble, but leapfrog.
I'm not sure what you mean by leapfrog, because they just pick him up and he floats along at their speed.
Right, well, I have things I need to do the very instant that the party is beyond the edges of the corrupted areas.
Yeah, I'm not as fast as normal because of dropped, lost rage, so now fatigued.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't.
now
do the
he
run.
only goes half the speed of light.
No, he can't take the run action. He can only double move,
Alright, well,
which is still faster than Timber, but yeah, fatigued is nasty.
Yep.
alright, well, are we safely out of there? That's all I
I'd
need
say
to
yes.
know. Yeah, the moment that the party comes to a stop, people are presumably catching their breaths. Rose is going to ready their chromatic armlet. Snow, arms out, hands together.
Snow's gone.
I said once the party is back together.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How much of that thing's blood is on his hands?
I won't say a lot, but there is a bit there.
Right? Oh, sorry, but I have to do this. She is firing the chromatic armlet, fire element, at his hands, point blank range.
We could have just used a damn torch. Because you are going to absolutely obliterate his hand wraps, and he's going to be pissed.
Yeah, well, you've obliterated stuff of mine, too. And immediately following that, she will grab her water skin to douse any remaining embers. Had to be sure.
You're replacing that. That those were +1 hand wraps.
Fine, I'll replace them, whatever.
Could have just used a torch or
I mean,
alcohol.
they should be fine if they're magical.
No, in this one, not so much.
Oh.
Magical items do have. They're surprisingly easy to break if you really want to focus them.
Could have just put his hands on a purity seal.
Well, I believe in being thorough.
I believe being intelligent.
Uh-huh. And she's going to use her the last remaining charge on the chromatic armlet to shoot the ground at her feet and then wipe off her ox shoes on it, because she was walking on that stuff.
All right.
Timbo's gonna do a detect chaos on like the group.
Well, basically everyone is going to ping, but you would know for sure that that's just due to exposure from an overwhelming chaotic aura. This is entirely normal after something like that.
Yeah. Timbo's gonna. Luckily, he still has his vest on and.
Actually,
just hands
please.
out purity seals. Just hold on to that.
Roll damage because I'm actually going to look that up. How much HP my hand wraps actually do have.
Alright. I will roll the damage from the chromatic armlet then. Of course it rolls high. The one time it rolls super high.
Anyways, I'll look this up. You continue.
Rose just like, crap. Thorn. Can I have one of those purity seals? I guess we'll do this the proper way.
Timbo hands roll one. Just
she's
hold
just
on
going...
to it for a day. If you don't want it, I'll take
she is. She's going to be sticking that to Thorn's tail. Because if Thorn was stabbing it in the eyes, surely his tail blade is covered in its blood.
Oh yeah.
How is everyone?
Is the blood doing
Everyone
anything?
make it out okay?
Right now, no, but it will probably start doing things if you leave it on there. You did see it when it took hold, rapidly start converting a corpse.
Exactly.
Has to take hold first.
I'm tempted to just wipe the purity seal on it like a cleaning rag. Actually, yeah, she's going to do that. She's going to wipe the purity seal over the blood.
Mm-hmm.
Will it react in any way?
All the twins nearby?
They are just kind of sitting on the ground nearby, yeah.
Timbo offers them a purity seal.
They will shake their heads.
We are exposed to chaos. This will help you.
They will sigh and take it.
You did good. I'm proud of you. Timber will give him a salute with a big thump on his chest.
Timber, go ahead and give me a knowledge roll.
Will I get a +2 from the amulet thing?
Yeah. All right. In addition to that, go ahead and give me a fortitude. You'll also receive the +2.
All right.
All right. Nice. Good roll. Very good roll.
That amulet of rejuvenation, is that the amulet that Timber currently has?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's still listed in my inventory, apparently. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Again, I was looking up what the thing did, and I was like, wait a minute, isn't Timber wearing an amulet? Should double check that. I actually can't remember exactly what it does.
It helps him.
Snow, were you able to find how many hit points your wraps have?
They are. Well, they would have a hardness of 2 and a bare minimum of 10 HP.
Right,
Which,
well, this is the one time that Armlet decided to roll nearly max damage, so it did 17 fire damage.
The hand wraps should get a saving throw.
Well, she did immediately start pouring water on afterwards, so.
I think this is the call of the, Tau on whether they are destroyed or not.
Yeah. You know what? Here, let's just go ahead and decide it this way because I am not too familiar with item destruction rules if it's not something that's already like hard listed. So call high or low.
High.
They survive.
Yay.
Yay.
I don't have to replace very expensive gear.
I mean, they can be repaired anyway. Even if it's destroyed, you can repair them for half the cost of the item.
Speaking of very expensive gear, hey, Timber.
Yes,
Do
Roselia.
Do you know where my phylactery is?
You know, after he gives a salute to the twins, you can see he's kind of like holding his chest, like he's kind of feeling some chest pains. And then he looks at Roselia, and then his eyes kind of get big. Oh no.
Thankfully, I'm not a full lich yet. If I was, we wouldn't be talking right now. I would have dropped dead.
You see Timble kind of deflate.
It was the right tactical move, though. That I've never seen something that big get hurt that bad. Just in the future, maybe keep my phylactery in a pocket or something. I will have to make a new one.
Or get one of these, a handy bag of holding. Also, here's your stick back, Rose.
Oh, thanks.
If the bombs were in a bag of holding, Timber would have had to take it out of the bag of holding before, instead of just chucking it.
The portal staff. This portal did get fizzled, but did it still consume a charge?
Oh yeah, it technically got used and then hijacked and interrupted.
All right.
And I was speaking specifically of the phylactery, not of the bomb bag.
That's fine. I have everything I need to make a new one back on the ship because I had anticipated this possibility. Just I wasn't expecting it to be due to, turning a backpack into a bomb.
I'm proud of you today, squad.
Hey, I just did what was right.
Well, Snow, you witnessed Wyatt Crusade. This is what we're going against.
Yeah. My first time running into one of those things face to face.
It was kind of annoying.
I will say, from when it talked and it basically, had like a barbed tongue over your mind is the best way I can explain it. Your mind still feels raw from that, so that's probably worrying.
But the twins were not affected by that, right?
The twins were fine, yeah.
So, Alexei, how was death?
I think Alexi's still in the bag.
Alexei?
Alexei. Snow opens up the bag of holding, roots around a bit, pulls Alexei out, and drops to the ground.
As soon as Alexei's out, Temple's gonna slap a purity seal on his forehead. Keep that there.
Ow.
Snow, you do know there's no air in those, right?
There's air, just not forever. Also, this one is slow and unconscious. You go in the bag.
Go. What about you? You feeling weird in the head? He puts a purity seal on his forehead.
Yes, ow.
So, as I was saying, Alexei, how was death?
Temple also puts one on his forehead just in case.
Yeah, it gets easier after the first few times.
How about
we would prefer you try to avoid it.
Yeah, you should definitely avoid death.
Well, of course, we're the ones that have to bring you all back.
No, I was saying Alexei should avoid death, but you should too, for that matter.
At least I know what a firework feels like.
Yeah. And I know what a pincushion feels. Oh, actually, speaking of which, yep, that was still stuck in there. I think this used to be a ration can.
I need to teach some of you how to move out of the way of things.
I did. It went through the cover.
I'm normally hiding behind timber.
And the two things that got hit by the actual creature were Timber and me.
I mean, we call it splash damage too.
Yeah, quite a few of us got hit by that crit.
Yeah, technically speaking, it crit and hit all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Timber.
Yeah, Rose is just gonna drag herself into the crew compartment on Atlas. Atlas, return to base. I'm a
right in
nap.
there too.
Well, there's room for several of us.
Timbo drops Alexi in it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna and drink this potion.
Timbo's gonna put a
Twins.
purity seal outside of the caves.
Twins, you want to ride?
Snow just chucks in his first aid bag.
Oh, as we're departing, as a final FU, Rose is going to have Atlas turn the turret around and fire both barrels at the entrance of the cave.
All right. Well, it ain't exactly the most stable structure internally right now after all that, so yeah, congratulations. That's just going to collapse the cave entrance.
Somehow I'll make a loyalist out of you.
Oh, there's one final problem with all of this. Something I realized while we were down there. In previous conversations with Orchid, he said that he had visited that cave.
Hopefully it was for whatever was there.
I
have
believe...
Definitely didn't have any purple things that I noticed.
I don't recall Orchid being infected. I think he got here back when the cult was still active, and then something redacted happened to him.
Timber did detect chaos and didn't detect any with him.
Oh, a little chaos, but not like this kind of chaos.
Yeah, like lowercase c, like probably has like a chaotic artifact on him or something.
Oh, maybe he's just chaotic good.
Nonetheless, I'm gonna need to have a talk with him at some point.
Or chaotic evil.
He definitely... He once again undersold the threats present. Sometimes I wonder if he's deliberately trying to kill me.
Or he didn't enter the cave. You know, visit the cave from a good distance and look through a spyglass.
The cultist did run him off.
I'll just have a talk with him. I just want to talk to him.
Talk with him as she's in the tank. I just want to talk.
I just want to talk.
All right. Well, I do think that this is probably a good place to call it with you guys returning back to town.
Imperial victory.
Snow is going to hop into the tank and just, after seeing how badly Rose threw a punch last time, even though it was magic, he's just going to, okay, if you want to punch Orchid, no, your stance is wrong.
I'm not going to punch him. I don't think it would work anyways. And yeah, she's reclining in the crew compartment. She's already drafting up a design for a replacement phylactery. This time, she's designing it with a armored casing around it.
Oh, the things I did for your island.
I might have to ask Orchid if I can get a hold of a couple of scrolls for me.
I sacrificed almost everything I have.
Yeah, you did.
Except me.
Does it count as a sacrifice on? Does it count as a sacrifice on my part since my phylactery was in there? Can I put my name on your homework?
Oh, I didn't know.
Why do you sound so disappointed you couldn't sacrifice yourself, Timber?
Suicide
What
cult.
good old Wolven if they aren't sacrificed?
Thought I mentioned this to you before. Suicide cult.
Atonement for the sins of all people.
Oh, right. Yeah, I completely forgot about this. She spits out the 4 gold coins she had tucked in her cheek earlier. Puts that back in her bag. I guess I didn't die after all.
Well,
Hey, you should have a little more faith.
I need to give a little more alcohol.
Yeah, he earned it. That was a hell of a bomb. Could have been possibly used a bit more judiciously, but what happened happened.
Snow has decided that he is going to bolt to the temple.
Oh, the ziggurat?
Yep, he's going to go to the Temple of Dionysus, and because he wants to go pick up some stuff.
Oh wait, Snow, where you going?
Okay.
He is going to try to pick up his about 7 bits of holy water from. Oh no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things of holy water. You know, one for each twin.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Snow. Holy water. I'm assuming by the head count there, you're planning on giving holy water to everyone.
Yes, the Dionysus one.
You're giving holy water to Rose.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure.
Spiciest, expensive booze known to man.
Hot sauce. Just drinking a can of barrel mace. Delicious.
Just, Snow, I can't drink that. Oh, you'll be fine. Snow, I seriously can't. Look, just take a sip and Snow. Ah!
Hey, look, you're back at the River Styx again.
Drink
I
the
melted,
drink.
didn't I?
You just find yourself waking up with a funnel in your mouth as the holy water's being poured in.
Yeah, that's a good way to have Svefenthorn aggro on you.
One good flurry of blows.
You can't punch a ghost.
You can.
I can. My fists are magic, cold iron, and silver. I can punch a ghost.
Jump cut to Snow getting in some melee practice. Sycamore's physically got the training mitts on. That's what he's punching.
So, shall we go and wrap up?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
So, thank you everybody for joining us today for Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as picking up merch at zgfgaming.store, checking out my friends who also stream, such as Tanya here, and Lightpaw as well. You do still stream, right?
Totally. All the time, huh?
Well, anyways, Taldarius definitely streams. But yeah, thanks so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.